Welcome to Cy Fair FCU Stadium, Northwest Houston, Texas, as the 2025 Texas high school football season gets going as the Dawson Eagles visit the Bridgeland Bears. Good evening, everybody, and thank you those of you for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer as we debut this little project, the Varsity Wires Radio Network and Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Collette King Team. And Mac, the long summer is over. It was hot. It was sweltering at times. But football is back. Welcome again.
It is back. And, Zach, thank you very much. It's good to see you back out here doing what you do best, Zach Babb. Varsity Wires is alive and well. And having your passion out here in front of this game. And, yes, you were right, sir. It has been hot. It has been tiresome. The two-a-days were overbearing for some of these kids. But you know what? After that last snap of last year, those returning juniors and sophomores could not wait to get back to this day.
For Bridgeland, it is the beginning of what they hope is some history. They are three-time, three-peat district champions. That ties Cy Creek from 2008 to 2010 and Cy Ranch from 2014 to 2016 as the only three teams in the history of Cy Fair ISD football to win three consecutive district titles. They go for something that has never been done before. That is a four-peat, and it starts not necessarily tonight. It's not a district game. It's non-district action. District play comes later. But nonetheless, history is on the line this year for Bridgeland. You got to think for head coach Lonnie Madison and crew, they would love to set that mark with four consecutive district titles.
Approved. Lonnie Madison has been out here. They've had some really good quality scrimmages. These kids have gotten some fantastic reps, but you know what? Nothing counts until the snaps are real. They turn the lights on for real, and you're playing out here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium, and they are anxious. Just watching these kids getting after it at the pregame, man, their spirits are high out here, Zach.
Dawson, on the other hand, they were a little bit out of sorts compared to their history, if you will. They're a younger program. They not as young as Bridgeland. Bridgeland's first varsity season was 2018. Dawson out of District 22 6A in Pearland ISD. They opened up their first varsity season in 2008. Now, 2008, they missed the playoffs. Then from 2009 to 2023, they made the playoffs every single year. They missed by less than a game last year, Mac. It was the wrong side of a tiebreaker with Pasadena Dobie. They had the exact same record. Dobie had the head-to-head win, though, so Dobie gets the last 22 6A playoff spot. And you got to think, especially for the juniors on this Pearland squad, they got to feel like they have some unfinished business not making the playoffs last year, want to get back in this year.
Boy, Pasadena Dobie with the rabbit foot in their pocket last year, and you're right about those juniors. And what a tough way as a senior to have to go out. You have to go out on a tiebreaker like that. That's one thing that they talk about. They probably didn't go 1 week without reminding those returning players about how that season ended. And the team that's so equipped and so used to making the postseason, to not make it on something like that, that's something new and something inspiring for those kids to run out of that tunnel for tonight.
As we continue along here, the pregame show at Cy Fair FCU Stadium, it is a bit sweltering still. Clouds have descended a little bit, so it's not quite as baking as it was. But we're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we continue along the pregame show. Again, about 25 minutes away from kickoff between Bridgeland and Dawson here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Welcome back here to Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Pre-game show continuing on. It's about, I give it a little over 20 minutes to kick off between Dawson and Bridgeland. As we continue along the pre-game show here, Mac, we are learning as we go here.
Absolutely.
It's been a while since we've done this. Varsity Wires, if you're unaware, founded, 12 years now? 12 years ago, 2013.
Zach, just don't make me tell on you. I mean, it was a long time ago where we heard about Varsity Wires. And, you know, as parents with kids coming through the program, you hear about Zach Babb does this thing called Varsity Wires. They broadcast the games. They deliver the stats. They're very interactive. And that was Zach's dream. And just before I get too far, I got to tell you, Zach was the guy when he was 12 years old playing pickup basketball, pickup football in the parking lot or in the driveway. That would probably take a timeout and start calling the game instead of playing the game. And his dad would, Zach, get back in the game, quit calling the dadgum statistics.
Glad that story's out there now.
You know what? It'll get better by about week 8, Zach.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, you have a spirit and a passion for it. I'm so proud of you.
Well, I appreciate it, Mac. And as we continue along here, again, we have a lot of people to thank for making this happen. Of course, this is the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate experience. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Give Collette a call at 713-206-7653. We also have joining us this year, a big shout out to them, Fire Reconstruction Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. has specialized in full service residential and commercial restoration, roofing and structure repair services from damage caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at FRI24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. And last but not least, the Rapid Mail Room. For 40 years, locally owned and operated, the Rapid Mail Room has been packing items with care, and they'll get it there. They've got you covered from shipping to notary, P.O. Box, and holiday gift wrapping. Located at 7710 Cherry Park Drive in the heart of Copperfield, the Rapid Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there. Mac, football season's back.
You know what? It's been such a long. It feels like it's been going on for, a year and a half since the last snap of the game. And from this day forward, 16 weeks later, it's going to feel like it went by in 3 weeks.
Yep.
It's going to go by so fast, and all of these kids, I hope they really understand what's in front of them, especially the seniors. I'm sure that you get that feeling at the end of your season, the last snap, but what a great opportunity for these kids to learn and get a chance to play high school football in a stadium like this, in a district like this, Zach. That's amazing. I'm just so proud of every one of these kids who put their heart and hustle and their sweat into coming to this being the first day. This is what it's all for, each one of them.
And I want to pull back the curtain a little bit here, Matt, because you're from the Cy Fair area. You live here in Cypress. When I first started Varsity Wires, your son, Mikey, was playing baseball and football at Langham Creek. So for people who may be listening who may not know, who haven't been through the sports grind that is high school athletics, peel back that curtain a little bit for them and just it's a lot goes into it. I think some people kind of take it for granted, high school football, whatever, it's just going on again. There's a lot that these kids put in and that the parents sacrifice as well.
It certainly is, and really the kids, and what they have to do this, I mean, it's hanging out with your friends and buddies, but sometimes there's not much fun about going to a 2-a-day practice. It's not much fun to putting on the equipment and just getting your head kicked in over and over. If you ever go back and listen to the acceptance speech that Tom Brady gave when he went in the Hall of Fame, oh my gosh, that was spectacular. But as a parent, the kids got to love it. And you know what? There's two different types of parents out there, the ones who push them out the back door to go practice and the ones where the kids pull them out the front door to help them practice. And, find out which kid you got because there's a lot of things for them to do, whether it be baseball, whether it be football. And I'll tell you the best story about just Mikey. He was torn between baseball and football. A lot of times these coaches force these children, and they're kids, man, 15 years old, to pick. And they feel like they have to pick. And I remember my son came back, and he goes, Dad. I said, what's up, Mikey? He goes, I made a decision. I'm going to be a baseball player. I said, all right, sounds great, man. Let's go do it. But you know what? Man up and go tell Coach Thompson that, you're not going to play football anymore. He goes, I got it. He goes in there to see Coach Thompson. It's his freshman and sophomore year. He walks into the office like, Coach Thompson, I got to talk to you. Yeah, what's up, Mikey? Well, I made a decision. I've decided I'm not going to play football anymore. And he started breaking down. He couldn't do it. All the coaches rallied around him like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you, man? You were going to play both, and there's no reason in the world why you can't. And I tell you what, he broke that stereotype for himself, and I couldn't be more proud of him because he had the best experience in that locker room talking about all the different kids and the different personalities that were part of his life growing up. It made him the young man that he is today. I couldn't be more proud of him being able to do athletics and high school sports.
I believe it was 2014, Langham Creek, when he was on that football team, won the district championship.
They did.
Just what was that experience like, both from your perspective as a parent and what he got to experience on his own?
You're a nut job. As a parent, you're sitting in the stands, and the stands are packed. They're packed, and you're trying to make sure no one sat in your seat. It was that crowded. It was so much fun, but you just hang on every single play. And happily enough, it was one of the same years where my daughter was a cheerleader on the sidelines, and she was all in and invested, man. So after the game was over, to get a chance to celebrate, we'd be the ones that, his buddies would come over, and we'd cook chicken thighs and boudin, and, man, we'd get after it for a couple of his buddies in the cheerleading team and just had the absolute best time. But all the families brought the families closer together, brought the community closer together. Just a fantastic opportunity to witness something really cool in your community and in your area.
Well, that's a little look at just what Texas high school football and really Texas high school sports are about from someone who lived it as a parent in Mac Honer as we continue along the pregame show here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups for both these squads. It's Bridgeland and Dawson getting underway in about 15 minutes here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. We are just about a little under 10 minutes away from kickoff for the Week 1 matchup between Bridgeland and Dawson. As we continue along here, it's time to look at the starting lineups for both of these schools, and we'll start off with the home team, the Bridgeland Bears. And starting off on the offensive line, moving from left to right, Chase Allen, the junior, gets the start at left tackle. Bryce Lindsay, the senior, gets the nod at left guard. At center, it'll be Jack Gilbert, a junior. Right guard, senior Braden Ramage gets the nod. Right tackle is going to be Matthew Tucker, the senior as well. It's a spread offense for Lonnie Madison and company, the third-year head coach, and his offensive coordinator, Trent Solzma. 4 wide receivers is what they will start with tonight. William Bowman is one of them. Jackson Gruber, another. Henry Soiney getting the nod, a senior there. And then Jackson Ewing, a junior. Those are your 4 wide receivers getting the start for Bridgeland. At running back, it'll be junior with an offer from Texas State in Cash Schwab. And then at quarterback, Tyler Beagle, the senior, who's sitting on an offer from Lamar right now. On the other side of things, defensively for the Bridgeland Bears, they run a 3-4 defensive scheme. Their defensive coordinator is Matthew Valmore. The front 3, the ends, senior Jaden Johnson and senior Dylan Nicholson. The nose tackle is senior Christopher Richardson. The linebackers, inside linebacker Jackson Payne, a senior, and then another inside linebacker, Kyler Buchanan, a senior as well. And then the outside linebackers, senior Wade Thompson and senior Cash Beediger. And in the secondary, the 2 corners, it'll be senior Nicholas Bright and senior Jordan Harris. And then the safeties, junior Braden Graves, who has quite a few offers. Houston, Kansas, Oregon State, San Diego State, and Texas State. He's all got offers from right now. And then Justin Curtis, the senior, also getting the nod at the safety position. That's the starting lineup for the Bridgeland Bears. On the other side of things for Dawson, led by head coach Mike Allison in his 8th year with the Bears. His offensive coordinator is Ryan Silvertooth. They run basically a spread offense as both teams coming out of the locker rooms right now, about ready to jog through their tunnels. On the offensive line, from left to right, the left tackle, junior Arthur Powell. Left guard, junior Javier Torres. The center is senior Taryn Hill. Right guard, senior Tyler Henry. Right tackle, junior Carter Caesar. They will start 3 wide receivers. Anthony Fournay, the junior, Josiah McFarland, who also plays a little bit of safety. He's a senior, getting the nod at wide out. And then Calvin Wesley, the junior, also getting the start at the receiver spot. Evan DeLucia is the running back. He's a junior, 5'9", 181 junior to be precise. And then Luke Brown, the quarterback, 5'10", 155, gets the start under center today for Dawson. That's their offensive slate. And then on the defensive side of the ball for Dawson, they also run a 3-4 scheme. Mike Garcia is their defensive coordinator. The 2 ends, senior Seth Groves at 6'1", 248, and Caden Rogers, a senior at 6', 251. Nose tackle is a big man, and Justin Welch. He's only a junior, but he's 5'11", and 295. The linebackers, inside linebackers, 5'10", 188, junior Caden Exum. James Higgins, a senior, also getting the start at linebacker as Bridgeland takes the field in front of us here. The outside linebackers, junior Caleb Burks and senior Jai Downs. The 2 corners today, Dylan Will Turner on one side, and he's a senior. Junior Corey Brown on the other. Got an offer from Texas Southern he's looking at right now. And then, of course, you've got in the safeties positions, the senior, we've mentioned him already, Josiah McFarland, who also plays wide receiver, plays a little bit of safety as well. And Bryson Flynn, a senior, getting the nod at strong safety there as well. That's a look at your starting lineups here. We'll take one final break. When we come back, it's kickoff between Dawson and Bridgeland, Week 1 of the 2025 Texas high school football season here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so, we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Just about ready to get this game underway. Dawson against Bridgeland, week 1 of the 2025 Texas high school football season. Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer as we welcome you into the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. It's not as hot as it could be here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. 91 degrees. Heat index right now at 94. Mac, I have called some games where the heat index was in the 110 range, so this is bearable as far as August in South Texas goes.
Buddy, it's been an interesting summer, with all the rain that's going on, and plus we're on the porch.
Yeah.
The porch is nice. They put us down there on the porch. It's lovely. It's shaded. It's warm, but I tell you what, how much fun is it for us to come out here, put a little sweat in? These guys are going to do all the work, and we're complaining. I think I'm a little moist. I'm sweating a little bit, Zach. These guys have been working their tail off. Can't wait for this day to come.
Captains at midfield for the coin toss. Bridgeland wearing the orange home uniforms today, white numbers and blue trim front and back. They've got the white pants, a double orange stripe down each side of the pants, the orange helmets as well. Toss is in the air from our white hat official today. Dawson in the road white unis. It's an all-white jersey, blue numbers front and back, except for a blue helmet. So Bridgeland wins the toss. They defer.
I tell you one thing, here's a big shout out, Zach. How about the Dawson Eagle band with their 18-wheeler trailer just circling the parking lot and the far end zone, just making sure they're getting their appropriate shout outs. But a glorious night, blue sky, nice billowing white clouds with a little gray underneath them with the Dawson band. The crowds are pulling in. The student body is healthy here today. All the umpires this is their opening day too, man. Those guys, they want to put on a good show today as well.
Derek De La Cruz will do the kicking here for Bridgeland, who won the toss, elected to defer. Dawson back deep to return is Bryson Flynn and Kinston Walwyn.
Lining up to kick off for the Bears, number 89.
It's been a long wait. A long 8 months, but the 2025 Texas high school football season is here. Ball teed up at the 40. We'll see if it's a short kick. It's what a lot of high school teams do these days, is the short kick. We'll see what De La Cruz has planned here. They're going to send a man in motion, and it is going to be a high pooch kick, takes an awkward skip, rolls down, and is going to be dived on at the 18-yard line as Bryson Flynn had to prevent a turnover there, and so that is where Dawson will start this opening drive.
Well, that kickoff has been very familiar over the last few years. Good job by Wade Thompson coming in and making that stop. But even a better job of recovering the football. How many times do we see that? I mean, they're going to have to get past that and work on that kick play. That is the default kickoff package for a lot of these high school teams. And look what happened. Almost resulted in a turnover.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line here for Dawson. As it'll be Luke Brown at the quarterback position. 4 wide receiver spread here to start for the Eagles. Takes the snap. It's going to be a zone read handoff and not getting a lot of room. Forward progress will get him to the 20 as Evan DeLucia is on the carry.
So not much happening yet. They got a good stack up front there for the Bears trying to contain that run. They're going to see what they can do. One thing I do know for sure in this game, it's going to be physical. Those are some big men. Zach, we got a chance to go down here and talk to some of these coaches. Walking past, I'm a grown man. I was intimidated.
It's amazing what they're feeding high school kids these days. As it's 2nd down and 8. They're going to send a man in motion. Takes the snap, drops back, looking, throws this one, tipped and incomplete. His intended target that time was Calvin Wesley, but it popped up in the air and fell harmlessly to the turf. And that'll bring up the first 3rd down of the game. It's 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, plenty of time in the backfield to make that pass, and do a good job of getting some time, just slightly underthrew his receiver. had his guy open out there, Luke Brown, senior. I mean, Luke Brown had his guy open, but he came back, just tipped off the back part of his hand and just left him empty.
So Dawson well behind the sticks here. Trips left, no one in the backfield for the quarterback, Brown. Hard count, takes the snap, drops back, looks left, throws. This one is a nice one-handed snag, but he's going to be short of the first down marker. That was an excellent catch by the junior Calvin Wesley. Just unfortunate for him. He's going to be a yard short of the first down. It brings up 4th and 1.
Boy, acrobatic catch pulling that thing in. That was even harder to bring in than the second down play, but he did a great job bringing that one in. Jordan Harris and Wade Thompson doing a good job putting pressure on the right side, bringing the ball carrier down just 1 yard short of the game.
2 back to receive here as doing the punting will be Noah Abella. And now we're going to get whistles and a timeout, I believe. And Bridgeland actually takes the timeout. A little interesting on 4th down and 1 as they couldn't. Maybe some miscommunication somewhere, and so Lonnie Madison elects to take his timeout, and you see Mac right there at the 50-yard line immediately speaking with both of his returners. Wonder if there was some sort of miscommunication when they took the field there.
You know, I like the timeout. I like the timeout. I like the timeout because he wants to demand that they have excellence at the very beginning. If we make that mistake, we're going to correct it right now, and we're going to move forward.
And the mistake, it was actually 12 men on the field. They weren't supposed to have 2 returners on the field because Jackson Gruber came off and William Bowman stays on. So Bowman back deep to receive at the 30-yard line. And now a bit of a delayed substitution here for Dawson. So it's first game for everybody, Mac.
We're going to see how it works out.
Here's the snap, the punt. That is a high punt, end over end, fielded right at the 30, and a good tackle. That was Bowman on the return and Nathaniel Tulum on the tackle, excuse me. And a good one at that, only a 6-yard return.
Well, great job. I mean, the punt was fantastic. That kid's been putting the preseason work in. Ball hung up there nice and some good open field tackling, bringing them down.
So Bridgeland's offense will take the field for the first time this season, and they run a spread offense that can hum. It hummed a lot last year to the tune of north of 10 wins. Is this going to be a quick pass? Incomplete, though. It bobbled from Tyler Beagle off the hands of William Bowman and falls incomplete.
Boy, Josiah McFarland doing a great job bringing pressure right up on the receiver and knocking that ball right off the tip of his hand.
So 2nd down and 10:22 to play here in the opening quarter. If you're just joining us, it is a scoreless game between Bridgeland and Dawson early here in the first quarter. They're going to send in 2 running backs this time. Bridgeland does, one on either side of the quarterback. Beagle takes the snap. This is going to be a zone read handoff. That one's taken by Schwab. Schwab's got some space. Powers through a couple defenders. Still going. Cutting back to the right. Down to the 30. Down to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bridgeland. 64 yards on the carry from Cash Schwab. And it is 6-0 Bears.
What a fantastic piece of running. When he came back through here, we were waiting for Schwab to do something spectacular. He had great numbers last year, and that line gave him a burst to get through, but he did it after that. He got off 2 defenders, and that last burst at the 10-yard line pushed him right into the end zone.
Grayson Geisler on for the extra point here. And now we get a flag, and I think there may be too many men.
I got 14 out there, is that right?
I don't think that is, Mac. Yeah, there was some confusion on Bridgeland's side. Yeah, they had 12 men on the field.
I don't know, man. If Coach Lonnie Madison is walking towards you, if that's 12 on the plate or 12 on the field again, I think I'd go the other way. I'm good. He's going to let him hear it.
So, again, first game for everybody, figuring out the personnel, what works, what doesn't. So this is going to turn into a 25-yard extra point off the right foot of Geisler. And the kick is up and good. So, 10:07 to play in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Bears here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
7-0 Bridgeland here. 10:07 to play in the opening quarter. See if Bridgeland is, or Dawson rather, strategizing against the pooch kick this time, as they've slid Bryson Flynn, one of the return man, up a level.
I'm kicking that ball 22 yards as high as I can. There it is.
And there you go. It's going to go back, fielded at the 22-yard line, and cutting up a seam past the 30 and taken down at the 32-yard line is the aforementioned Bryson Flynn. And so that is where this drive will start for Dawson, trailing 7-0 here with 10:01 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Flynn just had him a little line drive pass to pull it in there. Gavin Oldman came in along with Brody Shanley to make the stop. He cuts back to the left going up the inside, and both those guys are right on top of him. So not quite the same effective kickoff as it was on their first possession.
So 1st and 10 here for the Eagles at their own 32-yard line. Couldn't really get anything going last drive. They did have a wild circus grab on 3rd down from Calvin Wesley that was just short of the first down marker. Takes the snap, drops back, throws it into the flat. This one caught at the 30 and trying to turn the corner and not getting very far is the running back, Evan DeLucia. He's dragged out of the 35-yard line, so it's a gain of 3 on the play, and will bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Wade Thompson doing a good job of moving his feet to the right side. The senior linebacker over here for the Bears coming up strong on that play.
2nd down and 7. Dawson taking a bit here to get the play call in. The play clock is down to 8 seconds. 9:51 to play still in the first quarter here. Play clock now at 4. Trips on the right side. They're going to send one in motion, and yeah, I don't think this is going to be in time. They set the receiver in motion right as the play clock hits 0, and that is going to be a delay of game penalty on the quarterback, Luke Brown, is who it'll be booked on, and so that'll turn a 2nd and 7 into a 2nd and 12.
Had plenty of time on that play, too. Looked like the receivers were spread out in the position that they wanted to find themselves. Just didn't get on with the count. Trying to do a little bit too much on that snap routine.
Takes the snap, throws this one over the middle, tipped just barely, and it falls incomplete. That was Jackson Payne, the linebacker, who got a mitt on it, and it fell incomplete.
Boy, Jackson Payne did get a hand on that glove, you know what, or a hand on that ball. You know what else he got a hand on? That shoulder pad. So it looked like it could have been a chance for a little bit of offense or pass interference, but maybe came after the fact. Boy, you look at some of the big boys coming in and out, platooning here for that Bridgeland Bears team. I mean, just watching that big man coming in off the field is Chase Allen taking a breather real quick. He is 100% man. He is a dude.
Trips this time for Dawson to the left. 4 receivers in total, 3 of them scrunched up here on that side, and now whistles and a timeout taken by Dawson as their offense is sputtering a bit here early, struggling to kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. You can see head coach Mike Allison right now talking to his offense, saying, hey guys, what's going on here? Communication hasn't been that great, and the plays aren't really stringing together right now for the Eagles.
I think they just got to get back to some simple fundamental plays. Let's get on with it, snap the ball, give me a couple good blocks, let's pick off 3-4 yards of play like any coach would probably ask, and establish something early. And if you look at that offensive line, Zach, I mean, I'm looking at the guys on the earlier, kind of we were going through the the team and kind of checking these kids out, they average not 250. No, not 260. No, not 270. 271 is the average weight of that offensive line over there. Let those men work, man. Let your backs and your quarterback run right behind those gentlemen.
So third down now for Dawson on 3rd down and 12 from their own 30-yard line. It's 7-0 Bridgeland here, 9:45 to play in the first quarter. Trips again to the left side, takes the snap, drops back to throw, looking, pocket collapsing, running, Brown going, Brown makes a man miss, folded up past the 40 to the 42-yard line. That is going to be exactly what he needed for a first down.
Camden Buchanan coming in making a good stop. After that pocket collapse, Buchanan came in and made a great play. On that play before that, they called timeout. They had that deep cover 4 in the backfield, probably threw off their play route and what they wanted to do. But then again, they changed up their defensive scheme, put the pressure up the middle. Good yardage. They gave it to him.
First down of the game here for Dawson, and a handoff that is going nowhere. Evan DeLucia could not find any space. Jaden Johnson and Dylan Nicholson combining on the tackle there. A tackle for a loss of 3, and it's 2nd down and 13.
Well, that kind of goes back to my theory, snap the ball quick and see what you can do with the big boys. They let me down on that one just a little bit. But they did stand strong on that first down gain. So
2nd down and 13 from the 39-yard line here for Dawson. Takes the snap. It's a low one. Had to pick it up off the floor. Brown did. Throws it on the run. He's got a man there in the flat past the 50 and dragged out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Officially, it'll be the 47. A nice catch and run there by Calvin Wesley to move the chains for Dawson.
Boy, good patience the entire time, coming in and making that great pace there by Brown. Puts it right there where he has to have it. Runs him right out of bounds. Super play. Absolutely great play for 12 yards.
So that'll bring up a fresh set of downs now for Dawson, as they are not a fast-moving offense, something you actually don't see a lot these days in high school football, Mac. A lot of teams love to run the spread and the hurry up, and Dawson does take their time between plays. Here's the snap. Brown looking, going to throw a screen. It's a delay, and it is blown up. That pass got off to Corey Brown.
Boy, it was
a huge tackle by Kyler Buchanan, blew that play up immediately.
And I mean, they let that pocket collapse. He comes all the way back, and Brown gives a little bit more room, drops back another 3, another 4, another 5 yards, comes back, finds his receiver, and boy, Casey Brown just got nailed by Buchanan. He came back and was not going to have it. That was the one block they needed to get. They didn't get it.
2nd down and 13 from midfield. Takes the snap. Brown dropping back. He's got time. Rolls out to his left. Throws it on the run. Too tall for his intended target. Looking for Calvin Wesley that time. But it falls incomplete. Wade Thompson in coverage that time. That ball thrown just a little too tall for the 5'8" junior Calvin Wesley.
Yeah, he gave it all he could to get up there and try to pull that one in. Pass just wasn't quite where it wanted to be. Good job by the offensive line containing the block. Had one defender coming in strong. It looked like it was Chase Allen probably giving a little bit of trouble to the quarterback before he got that one thrown out.
So 3rd down and a ways for Dawson here. They converted a couple long 3rd downs before, though. Drops back, looking, throws this one over the middle. Got a man there, caught. That's going to be a first down again. And making the catch that time was Josiah McFarland before being tackled by Justin Curtis. But he got, again, Mac, exactly what he needed. Are they going to make it? No, they're going to make it 4th and inches. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's... No, they are calling it a first down. Okay, so move the chains.
You know, Bridgeland Blairs, they're playing that cover 4 back there. They got those four defensive backs 15 yards off the line, and they're just coming back in, running that cross route at 10 yards, and it's wide open.
So move the chains for Dawson here. 4 wide receivers, takes the snap. It's going to be a zone read. Pass caught and turning the corner to the 30. And still on his feet past the 25. Plunging his way through bodies all the way down to the 14. finally making the tackle was Jordan Harris, but not before Kingston Walwyn gets all the way into the red zone. I believe it was
Now, as Calvin Wesley came down, that's that same route coming back over the right side, getting those 15-yard gains every time.
Dawson sends a man in motion. And the quarterback will keep it, and he will fight his way to the 7-yard line.
Now, this is the point now where you want that offensive division to work behind that offensive line. Let those big boys, 271 average cats, do what they can to push those orange jerseys back. And you're right, they're taking their time. Just a good methodical drive, taking time off the clock. If they can convert this into a touchdown with that much time.
Yeah, Bridgeland's some miscommunication here. They're short a player.
So again, Bridgeland's is having some communication on the number of players. That's the third one.
That's the third one already this game. There's 5:38 to play here in the first quarter. It's still 7-0 Bridgeland. By the way, the Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up for that previous Bridgeland scoring play was scoring drive is just a whopping 2 plays, 64 yards. Ended in that touchdown.
And what a 62-yard play that was outside the 2. Boy, that was a fun play to watch. You know, the adrenaline just coming out of that kid, breaking through that and busting through a couple of those defenders. Just an awesome piece of running.
So now everything appears to be back in line for Bridgeland as they'll get 11 on the field this time, and there'll be a trips package. 3 right to the right side of the line here for Dawson as Brown is lined up in the shotgun with DeLucia to his left as the running back takes the snap. This is going to be a pass, rollout left, looking, throws it on the run, got it, touchdown! In the end zone, Corey Brown with the 7-yard touchdown reception. It is 7-6. The Eagles are on the board.
I talked about good patience by Brown in the backfield as he's looking for his receivers to open up. His first option was that little flag route in the corner. That's covered up. His second option is a little drag route. That's covered up. Goes to his third option. He picks it right in the middle of the F of the CFISD.
A beta to kick the extra point to try and knot this game up. Snap down, kick up. That kick is good from about 40 more yards on that extra point. And it's 7-7 with 5:23 to play in the first quarter here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at FRI24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
That would be pretty cool. Versus the kid, like, I can kick it through the uprights. I think the coach will take either one of those two.
So
I like that pooch kick just because I like the competition
too.
of seeing what's going to happen.
I love it too. Here we go. Scoring drive trying to match as Bridgeland as Beagle throws it. Barely snagged in traffic. And that time making the catch is Henry Soini. And he will get up to the 34-yard line. So it's a gain of 9 on the play and brings up 2nd down and 1.
Boy, good, smart play. Throws in a little bit of traffic, and Beagle does a nice job of fitting that ball right into the spot that he needed to catch Henry Sweeney.
Still 7-7. Again, that last scoring drive for Dawson. 11 plays, 68 yards. All drive recaps brought to you by the Wrap and Mail Room. 2nd down and 1 here for Bridgeland, trying to get some calls in. Zone read, handoff. Schwab makes one-man miss, and Schwab, look out, he may go again. He gets finally punched past the 40 and taken down at the 36-yard line, but Cash Schwab following the block that time of Chase Allen, the left tackle, and so far, Mac, man, no one has an answer for Cash Schwab on the ground for Dawson.
I know. I was watching Chase Allen. That big body boy got out there, got 2 blocks. Usually that's the end of his time on that play, but he gets down the field 35 yards and gives it one more push for Schwab.
1st and 10 for Bridgeland from the 36-yard line. Takes the snap. It's going to be a play-action pass. Beagle sends this one high and too high for his intended target, Henry Soini. Might have been good that one was a little too high, Mac, because Soini was pretty well covered. Double coverage that time. Corey Brown and Dylan Wilturner were both there in coverage. If that was actually on target, there might have been a good chance it was going to be picked off.
Yeah, just right over the top of Brown. Brown going 2 ways today, too, doing a little bit of offense and defense, showing a little bit of skill set today.
So it brings up 2nd down and 10 for Bridgeland as they'll huddle it up here and talk this one over. And Tyler Beagle, the quarterback, he is a senior. He's got one offer right now. It's from Lamar University in Beaumont. He's got 2 running backs, 1 on either side. It's going to be a handoff. This is going to be a keeper and getting folded up right past the 30 to the 28-yard line is Julian Martinez. As Matthew Tucker, the right tackle, with a good pancake block to create some space. Still a little bit to go, though, for Bridgeland. It's 3rd down and 2.
Just look at the speed of Tucker when he pulls that. He did a little bit of a pull route coming out off the line and coming out there getting that block on him. But nice job. And we talk about pancake, he doesn't do it justice. He hit him, squared him, dropped him, and just rolled right over the top of him.
So 3rd down and 2. This is the first 3rd down that Bridgeland has faced today. Martinez is the running back, and now we're going to get whistles, and another timeout will be taken by Bridgeland. And I believe, is that all of Bridgeland's timeouts, or do they have 1 remaining?
I think that might be their 3rd one.
I think it might be their 3rd as well. We're not even out of the 1st quarter. There's still 3:16 to play in the 1st quarter.
Maybe he made a mistake. Thought we were in the 2nd quarter, Zach.
It's been a slow-moving 1st quarter. Friendly reminder, this broadcast is brought to you by Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has specialized in full-service residential and commercial restoration, roofing, and structure repair services from damage caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. 3rd down and 2 officially here for Bridgeland as they come back onto the field. 2 running backs in this set for the quarterback Beagle. Schwab and Martinez on either side of him. Still 3:16 to play in the 1st quarter in a 7-7 ball game. We're about 30 minutes into this one and only 9 minutes gone on the game clock.
Breeze is picking up out here, man. That's cooling us down just a little bit out here at the same time.
Going to be a handoff, and Schwab powers his way past the initial level just enough for a 1st down to the 24-yard line as Jai Downs makes the tackle.
Nice job just running off the left tackle. Just a simple go and just hand it off, let him hit the hole, dip his helmet, run downhill, left side of the line, all they need to do for the next 30 minutes of this game.
Needed 2, got 4, and it's a fresh set of downs as Bridgeland converts the first third down they've faced in this contest. 4 receivers, Schwab the running back. They're split on either side, 2 a pop. Beagle the quarterback in the shotgun. Running back lined up to his left. Takes the snap, drops back to throw. Beagle, a lot of time. He's got a man there, but it's too tall. Intended for Cash Schwab, who had a couple steps on the nearest defender to him. That was Jason Minifield, was the closest man, who was still about a good 5 yards away from Schwab, but the throw was too far.
I think it looked like some kind of busted coverage because Schwab was wide open. He was 5 yards beyond any defender. I think he got so excited, Beagle, and maybe just put a little bit too much oomph on it, but he was wide open, walk-in touchdown.
So 2nd down and 10 now from the 24-yard line. Same formation as last time for Bridgeland. Beagle, hard count, takes the snap. Going to be a handoff. Schwab, he's got some space. Bit on the zone reach. Schwab up the middle. Schwab dragging a defender into the end zone for the touchdown. 24-yard carry. Cash Schwab gets his 2nd touchdown run of the game. And it's 13-7. Bridgeland retakes the lead.
Boy, Schwab looks good out there, and he is getting some help. I love the second blocks that these teams are getting. They're getting that initial block at the line, but they're getting the second block 3, 4, 5 yards down the field. And Schwab doing a great job reading his offensive block package to put it in the touchdown, put it in the end zone once again.
Bit of an awkward snap on the extra point, but nonetheless it is up and good. And so it'll be a 14-7 game. Bridgeland in front with 2:19 to play here in the first quarter. Bears lead it here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Welcome back here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. It is 14-7 Bears. They lead it over the Dawson Eagles, 2:19 to play in the first quarter.
Boy, look at it, Schwab, 2 touchdowns already, 2 big gainers. Only a junior this year. Coming back as a very high-performing sophomore last year, averaged 109 yards a game, 15 TDs as a sophomore. That kid's going to be special, Zach.
Geisler will do the kicking here for Bridgeland. It's a high kick towards the sideline and too far towards the sideline. It's out of bounds, and that's going to automatically draw flags for an illegal procedure. Now, high school rules, you can either take it or you can elect for a re-kick. We'll see what they decide to do here.
Oh my God.
And I think they are just going to take it.
That is horrible. Go that way. Go that way.
So, and they're still kind of sorting this out here right now. So it is a free kick out of bounds. And so they are going to
Hey, man, we almost had a couple more play-by-play guys into the broadcast on that one. We got some great students down there. They're having a great time, man. I'm like, hey.
Watch hot mic.
They're having a great day. Now that they know it's there, I don't know what's going to happen now, Zach.
Quick pass, and it is incomplete. Is looking that time and wanting a flag was Josiah McFarland. And it's going to fall incomplete. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. think the officials are discussing whether or not there should be a flag on this play. And they are going to call pass interference actually after a long conference there. So
I think that's our first penalty outside too many men on the field that was called 3 times earlier.
I believe so.
Which goes to say we appreciate the clean game, which goes to say why we just jinxed it by saying we love the clean game. Now look what happened.
So it'll be a fresh set of downs here for Dawson, 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to keep it right up the middle and gets smothered by a host of orange jerseys at the 46-yard line.
Boy, Kyler Buchanan coming in, making the charge and leading the way for the defense. Just stuffing Brown.
So that'll bring up 2nd down, and officially it'll be 2nd down and 9. Takes the snap, looking, throws this one, caught at the 50-yard line. Josiah McFarland making the catch that time, and he'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Good job getting the ball out quick. Didn't have much time, a lot of pressure on the right side, but just absolutely took him for a ride after he received the ball right there at midfield.
Now up to the line again is Dawson on 3rd down and 5. Hard count from the quarterback, Brown. And now he'll look over towards the sidelines. And the timeout now will be taken by Dawson out of that.
So Fournay was coming into the game late. I mean, he's the last guy on the field trying to get him back in. And so I don't know if he was player number 12 or they just didn't have the right package, but again, both teams having a little bit of problem getting the right amount of players on the field at the right time.
Well, like we said, Mac, it is the first game for everybody this year. So first game for us.
And all 4 of our 4 color commentary guys that we got in the back row. So it's a lot of fun. We get a chance to do this from the stands and know in front of all the fans.
Yeah, and you always get to interact with the general public a little more than if you were in a booth somewhere.
Why wouldn't you want to? Oh, this is great. Versus up in the cold room waiting for a snack coming over from Canes. Boy, Canes does an amazing job of feeding the people.
They really do.
Those are some of the most generous people in the district. They do up and beyond, always answering the call for the district to bring nice chicken wing boxes for everyone. And they probably put out maybe 15,000 meals over the course of a football season. That's significant.
So 3rd down and 5 now for Dawson. Play clock down to 14 as they break the huddle and try and convert here. 2 for 5 on 3rd down today is Dawson. They'll send one of the running backs in motion. That's DeLucia. He'll go all the way out. They'll swing it to him here. It's caught. Makes the first man miss. Makes the second man miss. He's got a 1st down to the 40 and taken down to the 39-yard line. Nice individual effort there from the junior running back in the pass pattern, Evan DeLucia.
Boy, DeLucia doing a good job coming up. That ball almost picked off. A little bit of a cheat route coming back from a defender, trying to get just a little bit of an advantage. And either you're going back the other way for a pick 6 or you're going to lose 15 yards, as they did here.
Luke Brown, by the way, the quarterback, 12 of 9 for 79 yards, or 9 of 12, excuse me, for 79 yards and a touchdown so far in this game. As play call comes in, the clock is not running, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So we've played one here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Bridgeland leads it 14-7 here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Start of the second quarter here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. It's a 14-7 Bridgeland lead over Dawson.
Returning to action to begin the second quarter of play. The Eagles have the ball at the Bear 39-yard line, first and 10.
Pretty good quarter, Zach, in terms of what's happening so far. You know, that they did spread that out and take their sweet time getting that all wrapped up.
It's going to be a throw into the flat. A late flag comes in. As it stands, it's going to be a 3-yard gain to Corey Brown. But let's check the flag.
Corey Brown did a nice job just staying on his feet. He collected that pass and just took a helmet right to the face.
And it's going to be a face mask on Bridgeland, so tack 15 yards onto that.
And then some. I saw him put that big hit on him. I didn't see him put a mid up there, but he must have got a little bit of hand on it. Just couldn't see it from here.
So Dawson up to the line. It's 1st and 10 from the Bridgeland 23. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Flag on the play and smothered at the 18-yard line is Brown. But let's check the flag. And a sideline warning on Dawson is what the flag was for.
And that flag was thrown immediately after they snapped the ball, probably 2 steps into the play. He just drops the flag over the sideline. He must have been talking to these coaches and warning them. That's a little help for the other guys.
So officially the run will stand on a gain of 5 down to the 18. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Shotgun formation, trips to the left, bit of a low snap. Brown turning, running, kind of trying to evade tacklers, and is going to get a gain out of this somehow up to the 15-yard line. He's probably just thankful he avoided a sack there.
Boy, it was Jaden Johnson. He was putting the pressure on him. He had 2 hands on him. One hand lost him, got another hand on him, chased him for another 5 yards, and finally got some extra help to bring him down before the first down of game.
So 3rd down and 2 now for Dawson, who are 3 of 6 on 3rd down so far today. 5 receiver spread here. 3 receivers split on the right side, 2 on the weak side. They're going to send 1 in motion. It's going to be a quarterback run all the way. Trying to throw a stiff arm is Brown. Didn't really work. As able to fight through it and make the tackle was Braden Graves, but not before it's a 1st down to the 11.
Boy, just Brown, just an absolute design run. Snaps it right to him, heads to the left side, and just bulldog down by Evans. Grabs him around the shoulder pads and just rides him down. That was a great little play. Open field tackle.
1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. So Dawson can pick up a 1st down inside of the 1. Brown, zone read, handoff. DeLucia is going to lose yardage. Braden Graves, again, the safety coming up and takes him down. And now DeLucia is a little banged up, and there'll be a timeout for an injured player here. Officially, it goes down as a loss of 2 and looks just like a cramp. You expect A lot of those in the early season of Texas high school football, just with how hot and humid it is down here in Houston. And
just full disclosure, Zach. We did have an 8 cramp over-under.
That's the over-under? What are we, 8.5?
I don't know. 8.5. That's probably going to be the number. So I think we're one in that we know of. It was fun. Last year, I'd say it's funny. It's just a matter of the fact that last year in the opening game, there was probably 12 cramps. These kids were just continually going down. You know, just water and pickle juice is going to be their friend, but you're not going to get away from it here in Houston, Texas. It's going to be hard.
So DeLucia will check out of the game. A friendly reminder, this broadcast is brought to you by the Collette King Team. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Second down and 12 now for Dawson. Takes the snap. It's a low one for Brown. Looking, rolling out to his left. Looking. Shovel pass up towards the 10 and folded up at the 9-yard line is going to be Calvin Wesley before Jordan Harris took him down.
Boy, good athletic pass on that play. Scrambling to his left. Can't come back over the top of it. Finds his receiver and just gives it that little hip pass, man, right back into him. Only place he could have put it to complete that pass. Nice piece of work.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 officially. Greg Earl, the new running back in here for Dawson. Hard count, takes the snap, looking, throws this one over the middle into traffic, but it's just behind his intended target. Coming up with the PBU that time was Camden Buchanan.
Boy, just nice little drop back pass, a slot route coming back over to the middle, right on top of the eye of the CFISD. Slightly, and I mean slightly underthrown, able to get one hand and break that pass up. But that was well executed. 1/2 step away from being 6.
So Noah Abeda on for the field goal attempt here on 4th down and 8. Snap down, kick is up, almost blocked. Abeda's kick is through the uprights though, and good. So with 8:42 to play in the first half, it is 14-10. Bears lead the Eagles here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Welcome back here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. It's 14-10 after a Dawson field goal. That last drive recap presented by the Wrap and Mail Room. Another methodical drive for Dawson. 11 plays, 46 yards. It ends in the field goal. 14-10. Bears still lead it, but Dawson within a possession still.
Well, I tell you what, I like the excitement and the enthusiasm of the crowd. We're over here on the Bridgeland side, and we're on the very top row here. And I mean, it is full. It's here a Thursday night. If they're not talking to Friday, it's good to see a full Cy Fair FCU Stadium.
So Abeda to kick this one off from the left hash of the 40. This is a high kick, and will be a touchback as it lands about 7 yards deep in the end zone.
The kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Boy, a little extra blocking in the middle of the field. You got, who do we got out there? Ethan Shatera, man, trying to make a name for himself, doing a good work out there with Rodney Alexander, special teams guys, putting the block on each other, and they played until the whistle blew.
That's the way to do it. That's what you're coached.
That's the way you're coached. You're right about that, Zach.
So 1st and 10 from the 25 here for Bridgeland, trying to add to what is a 4-point lead for the Bears. Starting off the right hash, 4-receiver spread. They're going to send one in motion, takes the snap. Beagle going to throw it, caught, and then folded up at the 30-yard line is Henry Soini, excuse me. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Boy, Soini did a nice job pulling that pass, and it was just right there on the bottom of his hip, but actually contained quickly on the sideline by 2 Eagle defenders.
2nd down and 5 now as the Bears will send the receiver in motion. Takes the snap, looking. Beagle throws it on the slant route. That one's going to be caught at the 40-yard line. More than enough for a first down as Jackson Gruber making his first catch of the game. Give him a gain of 10 and a first down for the Bears.
Gruber looked like an inspired player. They had one back defender. Gruber came back out and did that good hard cut right back across the middle. Good, sharp, hard pass coming back over the middle by Beagle.
7:40 to play here and counting in the first half, and a 14-10 Bridgeland advantage.
Beagle's showing a lot of maturity out there so far. A lot of poise and a lot of patience.
Quite a bit. They're going to send one of the backs in motion here. Beagle looking, waiting. He's going to throw this one down the field. He's got a man there. It's into double coverage and tipped away, incomplete.
Boy, letting that one fly. I mean, that was going to be all the way. It's going to be a 50-50 ball in both. Bryson Flynn with Jamar Shelby, double coverage, bringing that safety back in over on the sideline to break the pass up. But they all 3 went up for it, Zach, and I'm like, who's coming down with it, man?
Jackson Ewing was the intended target that time, and it was a good pass breakup and brings up 2nd down and 10 now for the Bears. Shotgun formation, 4 receivers, 2 on either side here for Bridgeland. Takes the snap. Going to be a play action throw, blown up in the backfield. That is a loss of 2 that time. Going backwards was the aforementioned Jackson Gruber.
Boy, Nathaniel Tulum came in and make one dandy of a play. They're almost lucky if they didn't get him for a little unsportsmanlike. He came up, he flexed those muscles and did a little dance over the top. Not quite as maybe as I exaggerated it to be, but he wanted to celebrate that great play, and it was a great play indeed.
So 3rd down and 12 now for Bridgeland. Hard count, Beagle looking, throwing, got a man right at the sticks, and that's going to be a first down as he just sneaks around the defender, Henry Soini, inside Dawson territory to the 47-yard line. Move the chains for the Bears.
Boy, Beagle's got that nice little wind-up pass that he has. Boy, he takes it from the hip, comes up, and throws a strike right in there. And I mean, puts it right on the money. I like the way Beagle's looking so far in this game.
Showing a lot of poise in that pocket, even under duress, as Bridgeland lines it up here, operating off the left hash. They've got 3 receivers and a tight end on this set. It's going to be a handoff, spin move, trying to fight through arm tackles. Got through the first one. Julian Martinez able to get a couple extra yards out of that to the 44. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Martinez is coming in. I didn't get the number of the defender that came off him. I believe it was Seth Groves coming in and making the tackle. And he came in, he put his hands around his waist, and it was a tug of war trying to drag him down. It was back and forth until he finally got a little bit of help by his secondary.
2nd down and 7. Beagle, hard count, takes the snap, play action, dropping back, throwing, looking, and somehow caught. A flag comes in right as the catch was made. As it stands, it's a first down to the receiver. That time was Jackson Ewing again, and let's see what the flag is for. As it stands, it is a first down, but let's check the laundry. And it was going to be PI on Dawson. Doesn't even matter. Just shows you what an impressive catch that was for Jackson Ewing to make with a defender draped all over him.
Dude, an impressive catch, an impressive throw. Again, I know I just keep singing the praises of Beagle, but he slung that thing in a small box. That was the only place he could have put that, albeit with the defender all over his back.
Lining back up on a 1st and 10 here is Bridgeland. They're going to send one of the receivers in motion from right to left. It's going to be a handoff, that time to Martinez. He'll get past a first arm tackle and get folded up around the 30-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Kobe Gunn coming in making a stop along with Aiden Witt, but it was Ben Mixon. It looked like Ben Mixon was the guy who was in the backfield. Had a chance to bring him down for a 4-yard loss. Just couldn't stay with him long enough to complete the play.
So 2nd down and 5 now for Bridgeland. 4:24 and counting here to play in the 2nd quarter. A 14-10 Bears lead. Beagle collects the snap, throws it on a quick route. Caught while falling forward is Gruber. Officially down to the 19. That's enough to move the chains on that completion for Bridgeland.
Boy, again, great pass. Same play coming across the middle with a good sharp turn. Those receivers running some fantastic routes. I mean, they're quick, they're sharp. Passes right on the money each time they're coming back after it. Again, Beagle finds his receiver right over the middle for another 1st down.
Next play will be the 10th play of this drive for Bridgeland. It's been a methodical one. And they've burned a lot of clock doing it, kind of making up for how much clock was not being burned in the 1st quarter of this game.
Attaboy, it's going to drag out from here, Zach.
4 receiver spread. I've jinxed it. Takes the snap. Beagle dropping back. 3-step drop. He's going to keep it. Goes out to the 15 and ducks out of bounds off the scamper at the 10-yard line. He needed 5, or he needed 6. I think he only got 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1.
Boy, good job. That left side completely collapsed. Everyone ran with the receivers to the middle of the end zone. Beagle was scrambling to the left side. Had wide open field. It's just a foot race between he and Caden Exum. And Exum eventually runs him right out of bounds, right there short of the game.
3:33 to play in the 1st half. 14-10. Bears in front by less than a possession, trying to go up by more than a possession. 2 running backs split on either side of Beagle. It's going to be a very delayed zone read. There was a bit of miscommunication there. Doesn't really matter in terms of the yardage, though, because they only needed a yard for the 1st down. It's going to be a gain of 2. So move the chains for Bridgeland on that kind of slow-developing zone read play.
Yeah, that was a slow replay. He left that thing in his breadbasket for about an extra 1 count too long. I thought he was going to pull that thing out and run back around the left side, but the defensive side over there by the Eagles did a good job of staying home and containing the run.
So 1st down and goal to go for Bridgeland as the clock approaches 3 minutes to play here in this 1st half. 3 receivers on the right side. They're going to send one of them in motion. Beagle dropping back, looking. He's going to try and keep it. There's not a lot of space. Somehow pop free, though, and is in the end zone. Touchdown, Bridgeland. How did that happen? Beagle looked like he was going to be taken down by 3 Eagles and somehow popped up anyway, kept going, and instead it's an 8-yard touchdown run, and the Bears lead is 10. It's 20-10.
Wow, coming around the left side, you think Alexander and Gunn had a great shot at him. They both had him, stood him straight up. I think the other one looked at the other guy like, he's down, we got him. Nobody wrapped up Beagle, bounces right off, finds himself 6 more yards for the score.
Jackson Gruber are here on the hold. Kick is up from Geisler and through. So with 2:51 to play before halftime, it's 21-10. Bridgeland here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
.251 to play in the 1st half. It's 21-10 Bridgeland after a 12-play, 75-yard scoring drive. That drive wrap-up brought to you by the Rapid Mailroom. And Bridgeland now with a 2-possession lead. It's 21-10. Geisler to kick this one off from the 40. It's going to be another high, short kick. Going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. And trying to turn the corner, creating some space and getting up past the 40 before ducking out of bounds. Jaden Williams, the kicker, ends up running him out of bounds after a healthy 15-yard return. Actually, they'll make it up to the 42, so that'll be a 17-yard return, a long 17-yard return. And that's where Dawson will start this drive with pretty decent field position.
Love it when the kicker gets in a little defensive battle out there, does a nice job getting it downfield, and you're the last guy. You're the last guy. Show up, man. Make that happen.
So Dawson onto the field here, breaking their huddle. First down and 10 from their own 42. They're going to send one receiver in motion. Brown dropping back. He's got a lot of time. Zings this one. He has a man down there, but it was just a little too far out in front of Corey Brown. He had him there. He had a step on it, but the throw is just about a step further than that.
Yeah, he had Justin Curtis out there doing a nice job running with the receiver the entire time and just outpaced the receiver on that play.
So second down and 10. Greg Earl checking into the game now at running back. He's got the club on his left hand here. I got him a little banged up earlier. 4 receivers, they're stacked. It's going to be a handoff to the aforementioned Earl, and he's not going to get far. Well, I say that. He's pushing the pile, though. And we'll maybe get an extra yard out of that to the 45-yard line. So give Earl a gain of 3.
Boy, Graves and Buchanan came in and gave him a big howdy doody at the line, man. But listen, he fought right back. Those are 2 big boys that come in. You know, Graves and Buchanan, both of those guys hitting you and still being able to pick up 3 yards.
Third down and 7 now here for Dawson. They are 4 of 8 on third down today, and we're going to get whistles and a timeout will be taken. And it is the 2-minute timeout. So we will take a quick break here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Two-minute timeout here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. It is a 21-10 Bears lead. Coming up on halftime, Dawson trying to get within a score, though, before we get to the half. Third down and 7.
So playing a little bit more of a softer D, trying to see if they can make up for this third down play. They've done a great job of finding that middle spot.
This might be a free play. There was a flag thrown right at the snap. It's incomplete. The intended target was Josiah McFarland, but Bridgeland might have been offsides on this play.
Looked like Nicholas Bright did a good job trying to jump that route on the outside. Boy, if he was one step closer and no flag, that could have been a pick 6.
Still sorting this out here, or is it going to be on Dawson? Still haven't gotten a signal from the officials yet. The white hat talking the 45. I know it is going to be an offside on Bridgeland, so that'll turn a third down and 7 into a third down and 2. So spotted at the 50, it's going to be third down and 2 for Dawson, a much more easier, manageable third down scenario.
Bringing a little bit more of that heavy package back into that defensive line for the Bears. Here comes Dylan Nicholson back in the game.
5 receiver spread for Dawson. It's going to be a design quarterback run. Didn't develop quite well, but a seam opened up, and Luke Brown able to take advantage of it down to the 45-yard line.
Boy, that big package back came up. Big number 99, Nicholas, came up and had a hand on him right there before the line of gain. Finally cleaned up. Justin Curtis coming in and making the stop after the first down.
Clock rolling and 1.5 minutes to play here before halftime. Hard count. They're going to send one of the receivers in motion again. Double hard count. Brown dropping back. He's got a lot of time. Slings it, and some miscommunication between him and his receiver, Corey Brown, that time. Thought he was going on the post route inside, but Brown was running on the go, and it falls harmlessly to the turf right in the middle of it.
I mean, absolute cleaned out backfield, straight pass play, drop back 10 yards, looking for a one-on-one coverage. Has it, looking for that post play, and he just runs the go route.
So 2nd down and 10. Clock does stop with that incompletion, though. 1:21 to play here in the first half.
Boy, Eagles needs to punch something in here.
Takes the snap, dropping back, looking. Brown, pocket collapsing around him. He's got to roll out, throws this one out to his escape man. And this will be a gain, but not enough for a first down. The clock will keep rolling to the 41, as making the catch that time was Calvin Wesley.
Well, they're playing that prevent defense. They got a lot of backs in the back, a lot of defensive backs back there defending against that deep pass. Offense and defense just doing a nice job. Nice little dance together at the line. Not much happening. And you're one tackle away on that little dump escape route, as you mentioned, Zach, to getting something out of it. But
45 seconds to play. Clock continues to burn. Dawson here facing a 3rd down and 6. Dropping back. Brown, pocket, folding around him. And still running, got free again from another one. He's got blockers in front of him and wisely steps out of bounds, but not before easily picking up a first down. Well, I say easily, he gets all the way down to the 26. It was a very difficult quarterback keeper for Luke Brown that he turns into a significant gain with 30 seconds left to play here before halftime.
Exactly what they need. They desperately got to get something in there to stay in this game. Luke Brown shows his athletic ability on that play. Coming back, that pocket did collapse awfully quick, stepped up, went back to the left side. Great athletic move by moving around 2 defenders and picking up that extra 10 yards, only to be chased out of bounds at the very end of the play.
Clock does stop with him ducking out of bounds, so 30 seconds left before the half. Again, Bridgeland won the toss and deferred, so they're going to get the ball to start the second half. All the more important for Dawson to try and get on the board here. Look out, corner blitz coming. Brown makes a couple miss, but he's taken down in the backfield for a sack at the 40-yard line, and a timeout is taken by Dawson.
So good pressure up there by Wade Thompson. Boy, he came in and put all kinds of pressure. And then it was Thomas Steba coming up and cleaning up that play. Both of those guys did a good job on the blitz package, just coming in, taking the pass completely out of it, and taking them out of what was potential field goal range.
And it goes down as a 14-yard loss, and Dawson's timeout comes with 22 seconds left in this first half. So it brings up a very tough 2nd and 24 that they're going to have to try and fight through here.
Well,
try and get something on the board, even if you got to look at there's no timeouts left for the Eagles. So you got to run something to the sideline here and get out of bounds for a field goal attempt at best, probably.
Yeah, you get the wind at your back. That's going to help you a little bit if you want to throw somewhat of a deep ball, control the pass just a little bit more. But again, a good contained slant route, get about 10, 15 yards. Give you one more shot, maybe a field goal, maybe you get lucky, bust one for a touchdown.
So here we go, 4 receiver spread here on 2nd and 24 with 22 seconds left in the opening half. Brown, hard count, and everyone moved, and that's not going to help. False start on Dawson, and that turns a 2nd and 24 into a 2nd and 29.
The exact 180 of what you want to happen on a play like that. You know, just anticipation of what was going to be. Hey, I think it's going to be a great play. Everyone's excited to run it.
2nd down and 29. Hard count for Brown. Takes the snap. Pocket immediately folds, but it's a screen. They're going to set it up here to Earl, and Earl evades a couple tackles, but then lost the football. It's on the turf at the 40-yard line. Dawson comes away with it. It's recovered by Dawson. They're going to run it up to the line here and spike it with 2 seconds left after a near disaster of a play for the Eagles.
Caesar absolutely saved the play, falling on that fumble. And now, what are they? Oh, my goodness gracious. 57 for a field goal with the win. No, that's not going to happen. So they're going to have to, throw some kind of Hail Mary. But it looks like they're going to try it. They're going to kick it. Oh, this will be something to celebrate.
They trust their kicker. Apparently so. This is a 57-yard field goal off the right hash. Doing the kicking is Noah Abeda from 57, and now Lonnie Madison's going to try and ice him. He's going to get a kickoff anyway, and that kick would have been good. Wow. Wow. It was a timeout taken by Bridgeland, though, right before, but that would have been a good field goal from 57 yards.
Wow, Abela, man, he just put a right hammer into that one. And again, he didn't panic. That ball came back here. You're trying to kick a 57-yarder in high school, and you're trying to get that done. Great job on timing, trying to ice the poor kid, but he went in and kicked it as well. But he's 1 for 1 in my book, Zach. We'll see what he does when it really counts here.
What a leg from Abeda. He does have the wind at his back, but that was something. So here we go. They will try it again on what officially is 4th down and 24. Abeda from 57 yards with 2 seconds left in the first half. They'll line it up. 57-yard attempt off the right hash. Snap down, kick up, kick on the way.
Look at you.
That is even. Oh! Just missed it to the left.
Absolutely drills it. I mean, comes off low, plenty of leg.
And
it was probably 5, 7, 8 feet lower than the previous one, but just pulled it. Wow.
So that is what will take us to the half. It is 21-10, Bridgeland in front. The halftime show starts now here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
And welcome into the halftime show here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. We're going to step away from the game itself for a second here. It is a 21-10 halftime lead for the Bears of Bridgeland over the Dawson Eagles. But we're now going to visit with the new athletic director here at Cy Fair ISD, Mike McEachern. Coach McEachern, welcome to Cy Fair ISD. Welcome to Cypress, Texas. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I appreciate it. It's been great. You know, I've only been here for 2 weeks, but it's been the best 2 weeks of my life.
You hit the ground running. They announced your hire. Virginia Flores took the job with the UIL in Austin, and you come in with 2 weeks to spare. I'm sure it has been a million miles an hour for you over the last 14 days.
You know, it really has. You know, they always say in the coaching world, you don't want to be the guy that followed the guy. You know, no one wanted to follow Belichick. No one wanted to follow Barry Switzer. No one wanted to follow the Bear Bryant. And I'm the dumb one because I decided to follow, you know, Ray Zapata and Virginia Flores. So I guess that tells you a little bit about me. But, man, you know, they just set the groundwork here in Cy Fair, and they really did it. You know, I always tell people around here, when you say Cy Fair out in public, Cy Fair ISD, you know, people turn their head because of the positive that's in this district.
Give me your story a little bit. I know, like a lot of athletic directors, you have a background in coaching. You started in the coaching ranks. Kind of give me the brief synopsis of your resume up until you took this Cy Fair job.
You know, I told the campus administrators in a meeting yesterday, you know, I'm the guy that started at the small school, and I worked my way up. And, you know, my longest stay was over at Huffman-Hargrave on the other side of the lake from Humble. You know, and I was there for 19 years, 16 years as a head coach and AD. And I got to year 30, and I felt like it was time to do something different. So I went to Pflugerville and was athletic director only there for 2 years, had 4 high schools, and then I went to Humble last year, 5 high schools, and I thought, you know what, hey, why not try to go a little bigger? So we did go a lot bigger, and the good thing is I can't go any bigger. So Cy Fair is where it's at, and, you know, this is where I'm going to call home, and this is where I want to finish it.
And talk about what is it, peel the lid back a little bit for people who may not, or who may be in coaching, maybe they have gotten or want or interested in getting into the administrative side. I know Texas high schools, like a lot of high schools, if you're the head football coach, you're usually the AD of that specific campus. But how does your job change on a day-to-day basis from being the head man at a campus to now the head man of an entire district?
You know, I always compare it to we go from managing students and kids to now we manage adults. And I can tell you, managing adults is a lot harder. But like I told those campus coordinators, we had a meeting yesterday, and, you know, I respect the fact that we have 12 high schools that are 12 different communities. It's like 12 little different towns. And I respect and don't want to take away that from them. But at the same time, as the athletic director of a district this size, we have to have the 300,000-foot view of everything. And we got to remember that what we do for one, we need to make sure that we're doing for all. And, you know, that's just what you have to do. You have to have that big view and not just pigeonhole yourself into one campus.
Your background in education, where did you get your education initially?
I graduated from Texas Wesleyan University, played baseball there, met my wife there who was a volleyball and basketball player, and then I got my master's at Lamar University.
What made you want to get into coaching to begin with?
I was the kid that when I wasn't playing, I was sitting in the stands diagramming plays, telling people how they should do things. You know, it was no joke. 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, everybody knew Mike was going to be a coach, and I've just always done that. And my daughter, who's a coach up at Lake Belton, is a 4th-generation educator and coach herself. So, it's in the blood, and it's something that I never saw myself doing anything but that.
Bringing it back around to Cy Fair specifically, we talked a little bit about this earlier, but when this job first opened up and the possibility of coming here to Cy Fair to take over as the head athletic director for this district, what was the biggest selling point or selling points in your mind that made this place and this community, this section of Houston, so appealing to you?
Well, you know, leaving Humble wasn't easy. I'd lived in that community for 22 years. Even though I'd worked at Huffman, I still lived in the Humble community. And there's a lot of great people over there, and they've got a lot of things going right. You know, they won 4 different state championships last year and played for 6. But the opportunity to come to Cy Fair, and work with the administration here. You know, I know Dr. Killian, and I know the job he's been doing, hitting the ground running as a superintendent. You know, there's some great associate athletic directors. You know, Charles Amont and Ronald Patton came in, and I got to work with them. And, you know, I think it's just the positivity and the winning culture that is happening at Cy Fair.
Final question, Coach, here before I let you go. Again, we're visiting with Mike McEachern, the new athletic director here for Cy Fair ISD. Give me your, I guess, a double-part question. Your vision for what this athletic department is, what it's done, what it can do, what it can keep doing, and the base that you think that is already here that you can build on to keep moving that vision forward.
Well, the first thing, if I come in and change everything, they're going to put me in the nut house in a straitjacket because you don't do something, you don't change things that are right, you know? So I'm going to keep the white coats away from me for a little bit. You know, I'm coming in here, and don't get me wrong, I want to win. I want to win at everything. And as an AD, I've always wanted to win. It doesn't matter what sport it is. I want to win when we go on the field or the court. We want to win in the classroom, you know, and that's something that Cy Fair has obviously done with their student athletes. And I want to win in the community. You know, we're going to win in all three of those phases. We're going to kill it in community service. We're going to kill it in the classroom, and we're going to win on the field. And we do those three things and continue to do those things that they've done. I feel like we've done a great job.
Well, he is the new athletic director here at Cy Fair ISD, Mike McEachern. Coach, appreciate your time. Congrats on the gig. Welcome again to Cy Fair ISD. Look forward to seeing you here as this season continues along here at here and over at Bridgeland.
I sure appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take a quick break here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? that you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Welcome back here to the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team. We are at halftime. Welcome into the halftime show. Band's playing on the field right now. It's 21-10, Bridgeland leading over Dawson. Still got about another 10 minutes or so before we get the second half underway. Let's take a quick look at some of the offensive stats for both of these teams. Right now, quarterback Tyler Beagle, 7 of 10 for 57 yards in that first half, passing the football. Cash Schwab, 4 carries, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He is making a strong case to be our player of the game right now. Julian Martinez, 4 carries for 18 yards, and Tyler Beagle, 2 carries for 17 yards and a touchdown himself. On the other side of, I should get to receiving first. Of those 7 passes, Henry Soini has 3 catches for 29 yards. Jackson Gruber, 3 catches for 19 yards. And Jackson Ewing has a single 9-yard catch. On the other side of things for Dawson, Luke Brown throwing the football around quite a bit. He's 13 of 19 for 95 yards and a touchdown. Rushing has left a little to be desired right now for Dawson, although Luke Brown, the quarterback, doing a good job keeping it himself. He's got 9 carries, 9 quarterback keepers for 38 yards. Greg Earl has a single 3-yard carry, and Evan DeLucia, the starting running back, 3 carries for minus 3 yards. He struggled to get going tonight. Receiving-wise, Calvin Wesley, their leading receiver for Dawson, 5 catches for 33 yards. Kinston Walwyn has a single 23-yard catch. Evan DeLucia, 2 catches for 14 yards. Josiah McFarland, 1 catch for 13 yards. Corey Earl's got 3 catches for 7 yards and a touchdown. Corey Brown, and then Greg Earl, 1 catch for 5 yards. Let's a look at your first half stats in this game. A friendly reminder that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has specialized in full-service residential and commercial restoration, roofing and structure repair services from damage caused by fire, water storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at FRI24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Also brought to you by the Rappin' Mail Room. For 40 years, locally owned and operated, the Rappin' Mail Room has been packing items with care, and they'll get it there. They've got you covered from shipping to notary, P.O. Box, and holiday gift wrapping. Located at 7710 Cherry Park Drive in the heart of Copperfield, the Rappin' Mail Room is here for you, packed with care. We'll get it there. And, of course, brought to you by the Collette King Team. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Give Collette a call at 713-206-7653. And we are also, this broadcast, brought to you by Northwest Glass and Mirror. When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice. We got about 6 minutes to go before the second half gets underway in this contest. It's 21-10 Bridgeland Bears in front right now. We'll take a break here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Second half just about ready to get underway here between Bridgeland and Dawson. The Bears lead it right now 21-10 is your score. Bands have cleared the field. Cheerleaders are back on. Football teams about to be back on. And Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Mac, it feels like, you know, obviously it's one half of football in the very first game of the season, so a lot can change, a lot can still go on, but it just seemed like in that first half, Bridgeland just seemed to be half a step ahead of Dawson. 100%. It's enough to build an 11-point lead.
No, 100%, Zach, and both of them, I would tell you, to give both teams credit, it doesn't look like game one of the season. It looks like these guys have been well coached, they've been well seasoned, they've been well practiced to come out to do that, but you're right, Bridgeland's just a little bit better in that first half, but it was back and forth. They were one possession away from being a 4-point game here.
Both teams have taken the field for the start of the second half through their respective massive inflatables.
I want to know where they get those inflatables. I will tell you what, they did a great job. Both teams get 21 points apiece for inflatables. If that's a spot, we're going to add that to it. 21 points for each team for quality inflatables. And listen, another thing, Zach, hats off to the band.
Yep.
I mean, Dawson, they had it packed out there working that choreography. And the same thing with the Bridgelands. I love the whole student body atmosphere. All the kids have something that they're good at, something they need to be appreciated for. And I love it when the community all comes together for a Thursday or a Friday night football game.
So Bridgeland did win the toss. They elected to defer, though, so they will get the ball to begin the second half, trying to add to their 11-point lead. Back deep to receive for Bridgeland is the usual party. William Bowman and Henry Soining. Abela, who initially hit a 57-yard field goal to end the half, but was iced by Bridgeland and then just missed his second attempt, will be on to kick this one away. And we'll see if that comes back into play, Mac, because, you know, if that initial field goal is good, they don't ice him before he kicks it. then it's a one-possession game, albeit
100%.
8 points. But
I think the exit velo off that foot was probably 85. I mean, he hammered that second attempt. It was a line drive. I'm surprised he wouldn't get a hand on it. It came off so low.
And now the wind is apparently picking up a little bit at field level because the ball is now twice blown off the tee to try and get this second half underway. Usually after the third time, they make someone hold it. And we'll see if it stays up here as Abita setting up to kick, and it goes off the tee again.
Wow.
And so now probably someone's going to have to hold this thing.
You know, it doesn't look like the wind is kicking up any much more than it was at the end of the first half, but I guess enough on that field. You got that swirling open end zone here at the end of the the Cy Fair FCU Stadium.
Rodney Jackson will be the holder on this kickoff. We'll see how deep it can get with it being held. And you see Abita still kind of directing traffic and telling his holder how to hold it. And here is the kick. It is nonetheless a behemoth all the way midway through the end zone into the wind. That man has a leg.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder if that wind is going to change direction just a little bit. It seems like it's shifting a little bit up where we are. We're on the patio here at the Cy Fair FCU Stadium, right at the 50-yard line. But that was a big-time kickoff, man.
So Bridgeland back on the field here with their offense, trying to add to an 11-point lead. They lead it 21-10. Start of the third quarter. Ball will be placed on the left hash. Schwab, the running back. 122 yards on 4 carries for Schwab in the first half. Play action, it's going to be a quarterback keeper stopping, getting tangled up. A few defenders trying to go for a strip there, but it doesn't work before Beagle picks up about 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
Nice, easy 3-yard gain for Beagle. We got a chance to go down and talk to the Tyler Beagle fan club. They're located about 5 rows right below where we're broadcasting the game. We got a chance to talk to his mom and just congratulated her on the Suns' great first half so far. And I said, where's all that success come from? Well, his dad was a quarterback. He's the youngest of 4 boys by 4 years. His brother that's in front of him was a college quarterback. He was destined to play this position, and he loves it.
2nd down and 7 now for Beagle and company. They're going to send one receiver in motion. Beagle takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Schwab. He makes one man miss. Flag comes in. Second attempt is a gang tackle. Forward progress gets him to the 31, but let's check this flag. It was thrown in the area of what is usually holding.
A little bit of a celebration going on over there at the Dawson side. They think that's going to go against the Bears here.
Indeed, it is a hold.
After that penalty is enforced, the ball now spotted at the 18-yard line.
So moving back 10 yards.
So Bryce Lindsay getting called for the hold. I mean, he's been doing a great job up front. He knows where that line is between effective play and holding is, Zach. And he's going to make the most out of every single play he possibly can. Sometimes you're just going to get caught.
2nd down and 17 now officially for Bridgeland as they're sitting back at their own 18-yard line. Beagle, high snap, looking, throws it. They're going to try and set up a delayed screen to Schwab, and Schwab got through the first bit, but was taken down by the second, and he's a little upset with himself. I think he thinks he makes one more miss. He's got some space there to run. It's still up to the 25, so they get the initial yardage back, and it's 3rd and 10.
Well, he did have space to run, and I'll tell you, the downfield blocking, there was a play within the play going on right at the 45-yard line. You had the receiver and the defensive back exchanging a couple niceties with each other.
Third down and 10. Believe it or not, Bridgeland has only faced 1 third down in this game. They converted it. They're going to send one of the receivers in motion. That's Gruber. Dropping back, Beagle looking, sings it over the middle, a little too hot to handle and a little too high for the intended target, Micah Stevens that time. And for the first time in this game, Bridgeland is going to have to punt.
So Josiah McFarland doing a good job coming up doing the defense. But again, that good, hard, sharp pass just overshoots his receiver. Outflies the hand of the would-be receiver. And as you mentioned, Zach, the first unconverted third down of this game for this Bears team.
Colton Urban is going to punt this one away. Perfect snap. Good kick. That is a boomer. Look out. All the way back to the 30 where it is fielded and some space here. Turning upfield to the 40 and finally taken down at the 49-yard line, and then a little bit of extracurriculars afterwards. And I think one of the officials might have gone down, or maybe a coach. Oh, it was one of the officials got walloped on that far sideline. The Dawson coaching staff and trainers immediately over there, and he's a little shaken up here. There is a flag sitting back at the 25-yard line. And it was a block in the back on Dawson, so erase that good return.
I saw that first block when he first came out over the left side on that side. It didn't seem like he got him in the back. He must just didn't have enough turn on him to get that as a proper block. But nonetheless, what was a good return? It's all going to come back. Hope the official's okay.
Official does seem to be okay.
Eagles take possession there, 1st and 10.
And so this will go all the way back to the 14-yard line. That is yeah, they're still looking at the official on the sideline, and we may, they may have to do this with one less.
Well, they're probably going to have to. I mean, when you come back and you take that kind of spill, he goes straight back, right back to his backside, and that's when your head just hits that turf so hard. Better safe, man. Put him through a little concussion protocol himself. Make sure he will be just fine.
Yeah, they're still tending to him on the sideline, and the officials are still discussing amongst themselves, and we may be short one referee for a little bit. They're still, it's the side judge is who is injured. They're checking on him. They may be trying to, it's kind of hard to see from here. Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping him up a little bit, and he may try and gut this one out and go back out there.
Kudos to him. I don't know what you do. If you lose a side judge, what are you going to do? I guess you're not going to lose a side judge, and we're not going to find out. This guy's going to come back in the game. Let's give him a round of applause.
There you go.
The stands recognize it. Gets a nice little handshake from the coach over there on Dawson's side.
And we will play on with our full complement of officials.
Right on. Good for him. Nice job over there.
Kudos to the Dawson medical staff, making sure he's okay, and clearly he is, and we are ready to go. 9:38 to play here in the third quarter. And 1st and 10 for Dawson at their own 14. After that blocking penalty, blocking the back. Trying to get a
30-yard difference on that actual first down marker to where they were.
Play clock down to 5. They get the snap off. It's going to be a handoff and a play that just never really developed. It was DeLucia on the carry, and he gets nothing. It's no gain officially on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Everyone just stuffed in the box on the defensive front right there. There's absolutely no place for him to go. It was a run play all the way right off the right guard. Trying to take advantage of that 271 average offensive line over there for Dawson.
5 receiver spread here on this play. It's a low snap, stepping up, Brown running, evades one tackle, fights through another, trying to hang on to that football for dear life. There were about 3 Bridgeland players trying to strip it free, but give Brown credit. He hung on to it and gets 2 yards out of the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Brown basically running for his life. He had about 1.5 seconds to get rid of that football, looking for a receiver, couldn't find him. Too big of a risk. And then those 3 defenders that came on top of him got associated with another 5 of their pals, man, and 8 people bringing down Brown on that defensive stop.
So here we go, 3rd down and long for Dawson. They are 6 of 12 on 3rd down, and there's going to be a jump. That was the left tackle clearly moving early.
I think they said 67. I think it was.
I don't know if it was 67. I've got Arthur Powell listed at left tackle.
Yeah, that was Arthur
77.
Powell. Sure wasn't. Arthur trying to get out of there. That was going to be a pass play, Zach. He came back a little pass protection off the line. Not exactly what they were expecting on this opening possession here in the 3rd quarter.
So send them back to the 11. It's now going to be 3rd down and 13 for Dawson. Takes the snap. Brown dropping, zings it over. The middle's got a man. That's a 1st down, and he's got space. Still going. 45, 50, 45 into Bridgeland territory and taken down inside the 40. What a gain for Josiah McFarland. Finally chasing him down was Braden Graves, who is hurt, it looks like, on the sideline. They're tending to him. But my goodness, what a huge gain.
It was just an awesome route by McFarland coming across to pick up that pass play. Brown put it right on the money in full stride, splitting the defense, and it was a foot race down the right side. The kid's got great speed. Boy, the coaches are going to have a little conversation with their defensive package to find out where that broke down on their end. But looking to head him all the way back, did a great job holding him on that open possession. You talked about the Bears coming out, getting the first possession in the 3rd quarter, stuff them 3 and out, and then they come back, a desperate 3rd down play deep in their own. Wow, nice job on the receiving core and Brown.
It's like I think we actually had 2 players cramp on that play. We had Graves for Bridgeland on the sideline cramp up. They're working on him, and then the man who just made the play, McFarland, was a little slow to get up back the other way.
We're going to call it 2 cramps. That's 3 of an over-under of our 8.5.
If you're keeping track at home, that's the betting line for this game.
All you win's a Diet Coke and a hot dog.
I'll take that.
I know, I'm starving.
So officially goes down as a 49-yard gain on 3rd down and 13 from their own 11, all the way up to the Bridgeland 40. That is one way to do a fresh set of downs.
No kidding. What a desperate play, though. I mean, making that big stance and coming back, that's a big 3rd down conversion. If they can do it, they can keep this drive alive and punch something in, this is going to be a real telltale possession as they switch both sides.
1st and 10, receiver in motion. Brown takes the snap, handoff to the running back, and he's got a seam, bounced away off the 1st level and gets down to the 2nd level and is sandwiched at the 30-yard line before he's finally brought down by Nicholas Bright. But that is the longest run of the game for Evan DeLucia.
Boy, DeLucia did a great job. He came off the right side off that right tackle. A little bit of a misdirection handoff. Nothing there. It's one of those actually handoffs where he runs up into your back of your offensive line, stands straight up, gives it a half a second of a pause to wait for something to open, keeps his feet moving, and picks up the 1st down.
DeLucia was actually in the negative yardage for the game. He was at -3 yards. Now he's in the positives at +7. It's going to be a zone read catch. There was some contact right as the ball was caught, and then a ref stumbles down in the meantime, but the catch is made. Calvin Wesley with the snag for a gain of 8. It's 2nd down and 2 here with 6:44 to play in the 3rd quarter, an 11-point Bridgeland lead.
Both teams' pass play has been money. Those slant routes coming across the middle for both teams have been just spot on. And Wesley does a great job holding on to the ball, gets taken down. Not only taken down by a Bridgeland Bear, The umpire gets into the game a little bit on that one, too. We're trying to keep these umpires off the field, man. They're doing a good job, but, man, let's not let them guys get hurt.
Luke Brown officially over 150 yards in this game, as it's going to be another handoff to DeLucia. And he'll have enough for the first down. Needed 2, got 3, up to the 19, moved the chains for the Eagles.
Boy, not a guy out there that's earned another run or another carry than DeLucia so far. Doing a good job finding his own here in the third quarter.
Bit of a slow start to this game, DeLucia. He started with 4 carries for -3 yards and now has 6 carries for 10 yards here all in the second half. So 13 yards on 2 carries in the second half so far. Much
And
better
watch
than
this.
the
This
first
is
half.
only the second possession of this quarter, right? This is the second possession, yeah.
Yep.
So just continuing to carry on here. DeLucia doing a good job. Like the fact that he's waking up a little bit in this game.
Brown gets this one over. DeLucia and runs into a wall of orange jerseys. It'll be a 2-yard loss that time. DeLucia, I think, was dealing with some cramping in the first half a little bit. He only had those initial 4 carries.
Yeah.
And now they're really using him here in this third quarter, so he must be good to go.
Yeah, going back to the well just a little bit too often on a loss on the play. Kyler Buchanan continuing to make his presence known to the linebacker over there for the Bears, just doing a yeoman's job out there for that defense tonight.
Second down and 12 as we hit 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Still at 21-10. Bridgeland lead over Dawson, but the Eagles are driving. 3 receiver spread, 1 tight end in this set. Takes the snap. Brown drops back, tons of time. He has a man there in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Intended for Corey Brown, but a good job in coverage that time by Braden Graves, who had cramped up earlier. Looking like he's okay breaking up that pass. It's 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, Graves coming up, breaking that up. That was wide open. Brown had his receiver in the corner right off the CFISD-C letter, and he stopped, had to wait, went up for the jump ball, and couldn't come down with it. I mean, the play was there. The receiver was there. That's a lost opportunity tonight.
We'll see what they do here on 3rd down and 12. 3rd and long has kind of been the bread and butter, oddly enough, of Dawson in this game. They've converted 4 3rd down and 10 pluses. They're trying to do this one. Brown running, pocket collapsing, and he sheds 1 tackle but cannot get past the second. Officially, it'll go down as a gain of a yard from forward progress, but it is 4th down.
Well, good job on the defense of the Bridgeland Bears, holding those receivers out of the completion zone. Nice job of holding it all back. Brown trying to do something on his own around the left side and just cannot get out of the grasp.
We got another player cramping up here a little bit. Brady Hollis was in on the tackle.
Looks like Chase Allen cramping up over there on a 25-yard line there for the Bears.
So it is it's 4 on the cramp counter here, as we do in late August Texas high school football. Friendly reminder that this broadcast is being brought to you by the Collette King Team. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Give Collette a call at 713-206-7653. So here we go, a field goal coming up for Dawson, a relatively short one of 37 yards off the left hash. Snap down, kick is blocked. Bridgeland fell on it. They're trying to run with it, and they cannot get very far. But I believe it was Jaden Johnson who came in and blocked the kick. But Bridgeland was offsides. Oh, man.
Very fitting that this kicker gets another crack at it.
He does.
So, you know, that second attempt at the 114-yard field goal he kicked earlier, I forget how long it was, 57? It came down so shallow, and so did this one. But they did get a head start coming around the edge. They were obviously offside, so this is going to get a little bit easier for them.
So move it up to the 15-yard line. And it'll turn into a 32-yard field goal attempt. for Abella. And we get whistles. And Bridgeland takes the timeout.
Bridgeland coach is not happy about having to call that timeout. He's out there waving his fence, and he's taking and holding court out there with his players right now, trying to get them refocused. This field goal, Zach, is going to put them within a one-possession game, about where they wanted to be going into the half that they couldn't pull off.
And
but
give Dawson's defense credit. They have come out early here in this second half and played well.
They sure have. I mean, holding them to a 3-and-out, that's a big daggum deal, man. And taking this drive, this has consumed the entire third quarter so far.
It's given their defense some rest, trying to get some points out of it here off the leg of Abella.
So off the field comes 5 trainers, 5 coaches. They had the whole staff out there tending to that football team.
32-yard attempt off the left hash to make it a one-possession game. It's 21-10 right now. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is on the way. Lasering through, and it is good.
Oh, my gosh.
That is one heck of a leg that guy's got.
I mean, that ball came through the uprights 10 yards high on a line drive and ripped right at the middle of the administration building, right between the uprights of the columns, right above the scoreboard. He hammered that ball, Zach. That was one heck of a kick.
Well, there you go. It's 21-13 now. Dawson was within a possession, 3:52 to play in the third quarter, and what's been a pretty good game here. Friendly reminder that this game is brought to you by Northwest Glass and Mirror. When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror, quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Well, I got a chance to use that Northwest Glass and Mirror company at one point. They did a fantastic job. Those guys came in. They're the kind of guys that make sure they take the shoes off, make sure they measure 3 times, cut once. But what a quality group of men who do a lot of business around the Houston area. Very proud of that organization, and so thankful that they want to be one of the sponsors of Varsity Wires.
We've got a lot of quality people and quality level sponsors with us on the Varsity Wires Radio Network this year. What will be a 10-game journey here on Thursday Night Lights, and now they are and yeah, there's a conference going on back at the 10, and I'm not sure what for.
I tell you what, but looking across the field at that Dawson band,
they got the train going.
I love the train, man. Whenever they start honking those horns, and that just gets them charged up on those kickoffs when they get going. The cheer team's going crazy, the band's going crazy, the crowd's going crazy. I'm just giving this a banner Thursday Night Lights award tonight, Zach. This is the best Thursday Night Lights of the season so far. It's the first one, but it's the best one, and it's been a great one so far this evening. I really appreciate everyone coming out and celebrating high school football again. And on a Thursday night, no less.
Yeah, we have a official who is, don't want to speculate too much, but he looks a little lightheaded, and so now we may be down an official.
That wasn't the same official that hit his head, is it?
I don't think so. I think it's a different official. Maybe the heat getting to the refs, too, possibly. Again, don't want to speculate too much as the train gets rolling again from the Dawson band. Oh, no, apparently it is the same official, so maybe they'll pull him out of the game. That's probably the best thing to do in this scenario.
Absolutely. You know what? Now, hindsight, probably never should have came back in, but it's certainly the right thing to do now. They need to stay hydrated. They need to stay healthy. And you know what? We talk about the Cy Fair the Texas way. I mean, how they play the game and how they play sports. I love the fact that they're really celebrating good sportsmanship and really going out of the way to treat and teach and educate the fan base, the players, and the coaches on how to do it the right way, which is the Texas way. It's about good sportsmanship. There's nothing better than lining up against one of your friends who you played summer ball with and going head-to-head, and at the end of the day, man, you're hugging it out there at the 50-yard line.
Certainly hope that official's okay as they tend to him. Bridgeland is lined up like they're expecting an onside kick here, which is a little interesting. And the ball flew off the tee again. So
I'm going to go ahead and question the tee. It's not blowing that hard out here. That thing is sitting on a small tee. Those flags, they are whispery. What's the word? They're I don't know what the word is. They're not moving that much. They're sitting there hanging off the pole, and there's not some crazy breeze going. Actually, the wind has actually gone down a little bit in the last half hour.
Here's the kick off the tee. That one is high and deep. That'll be a touchback.
Well, let's see what Dawson can do. Can they do another big-time defensive stand here? Down by 8, Zach. I mean, listen, that was a big-time stance coming into the third quarter.
So they'll need another one to try and get the ball back for their offense. They had a pretty good rest, the Dawson defense had, on that last drive because it was pretty significant long scoring drive there for Bridgeland. Meanwhile, Bridgeland back, handed off to Schwab. He'll try and cut back. Does not get very far, though, before he is taken down at the 30-yard line. Ends up turning into a healthy 5-yard gain, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
No, pretty good job. They had 5 guys on the defensive line coming in and making that stop. Good push by the Bears. They did a good job on the right side, pushing that defensive line back that full 3 yards to get to 5. Well, now we got the Texas flag giving me a little bit of a push. Now
starting to move. There you go.
Oh, she looks pretty.
They'll send a receiver in motion, takes the snap. This is going to be a quick pass, and sliding and making the catch for the first down is Jackson Gruber.
Boy, Gruber coming in and just making that good catch. I don't know if you heard footsteps or not. There was not a soul around him with about 3 or 4 yards, but he took it, went straight down. Probably notable that the pass was probably a little bit low. Wanted to make sure he secured it and take care of that first down.
So it is first down and a fresh 10 here for Bridgeland at the 39-yard line. A little bit of confusion. Play clock down to 12. They're just now breaking the huddle.
Boy, offensive coordinator, he's trying to direct traffic. He's got his headset off. He's pointing. He's throwing his hands.
That's Trent Solzma trying to get him to snap the ball. They snap it with 1 second left on the play clock. And a huge hit.
Oh.
And he'll celebrate that one a little bit, standing over the receiver. That was Jackson Gruber. He was lit up right as he touched that ball, and Bryson Flynn laid the hit on him, and it falls incomplete. Second and 10.
Bang, bang play by Flynn. He comes back and just levels him, knocks the ball right from out of him, and stands over him for a good 2 count. I'm surprised they didn't throw the flag. And then he's shaking his head. He walked off with great swagger. I'm like, partner, you're going to get a flag for that. But nope, 2nd down.
2 running backs in this set for Bridgeland. It's going to be a handoff to Schwab. A nice spin move and another spin move to create a little more space. But luckily for Dawson, hanging on for dear life. It's a gain all the way up to the 49-yard line. A creative run that time by Cash Schwab.
Boy, does a nice job. I mean, both of those 2 pirouette moves right there. Burks coming up and making that final hit to take him down just short of the 2 down marker.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1. 1:53 to play here in the third quarter. 2 running backs in this set for Bridgeland. They lead it 21-13. And they're going to bring the blitz, and I thought there might have been some movement there early. There was no flag either way. No, there was a flag. There is a flag on the far side.
Oh, he did get across. Absolutely trying to time it up and trying to come in. They had everybody up on the line, 3 linebackers right on top of it, trying to stuff that 1 yard, and just got a little bit too excited.
I think it's going to be offsides, unless they're going to say Dawson or Bridgeland moved first. The officials are discussing this. And no, they're going to pick up the flag. Wow.
If they're going to pick up the flag, I didn't think but they didn't get the first down.
No, so so is it 4th and inches? I don't know. Are they going to call it 4th and inches? They may measure this. Yeah, they're going to measure. So they're going to just run it like it was a regular play, and now they're going to measure here on what could be a first down. As it stands right now, from our vantage point, it looks like 4th and inches, but we're a ways away.
Well, they're going to bring in Pfaffenberger coming in for that heavy package, and along with Gavin Hadelmoose to put a little bit of extra beef on that line to see if they can get that push.
That's what they're going to do if they're going to. Well, now they're not bringing out the chain gang. I don't know what's going on here.
Here they come.
Yeah, here they come.
So make sure I'm right, Zach. Is this going to be 4th down if they don't get it?
This will be 4th down. If it's short by this measurement, it will be 4th down.
All right. So size this one up. I don't think they're going to get it.
I don't think they are either. But here we go. They're going to stretch the chain here. The line has been marked. There's some confusion on measuring this thing.
I tell you what, the size of that length of that white stripe is going to do it.
And that thing is that short.
Woo!
So a big decision now here for Lonnie Madison and company on the Bridgeland side.
He's going.
And I think you're right, Mac. I think they are going to go for it here on 4th and inches. 1:35 to play in the third quarter and an 8-point lead. If Dawson can get a stop here, that would be huge.
It would be huge. And Brody McAtura, he's getting coached up by the coach over there on the sideline. He is managing and coaching him up and telling him how to cut the cabbage. And this is going to be a big-time play. If they pull this defensive stop off here, Zach, this could be a huge conversion opportunity.
Momentum could swing, and they got to basically, it's nothing but tight ends in this set. Snap, high snap, lost it, has to run it, and he is not going to get it. Dawson takes advantage of the high snap. It's a loss on the play and a turnover on downs.
Wow. Kobe Gunn coming in and cleaning that one up, taking full advantage of it. And you said it, Zach, there was 22 tight ends out there on that play. And it was going to be a direct snap. Big boys going after big boys. I need 3 feet. Give it to me. Snap goes high, bounces off the quarterback's hand, gathers it back in, and here comes Gunn to make that final hit in the backfield. And again, we got another cramp on the field. I think we're going to see a few more of these over the last, 13 minutes of this contest.
So officially it goes down as a loss of a yard on the play and will be a 1st and 10 for Dawson at the Bridgeland 47-yard line. While they tend to the cramping player, a friendly reminder of this broadcast on the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team is brought to you by Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has specialized in full-service residential and commercial restoration, roofing and structure repair services from damage caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for the injured Eagles player number 4, Corey Brown.
Corey Brown was the injured player who was right in the middle of that melee that stopped Bridgeland from converting and forcing the turnover on downs.
Wow, he put it all out there. Corey Brown, he did a nice job standing after that play. I just think he just got overconsumed with that load of effort. That was a fantastic play on the defense.
So a huge stand for Dawson, and now they can drive to try and tie this thing if they can get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Brown, hard count with 3 receivers. Takes the snap, quick throw out to the side, and was that caught? Yes, it was. Josiah McFarland in traffic. Makes the snag as flying in, almost timing the hit perfectly, was Nicholas Bright, but just got there a half step too late.
Boy, just a good timing route. That ball was right on top of this receiver. Right when he turned out of the break, that ball was right there in the right spot. The only place he could have caught it, right there on his back leg, right about knee high.
So officially it's up to the 42-yard line, so that's a gain of 5 on the play, and we'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Dawson back to it here. 3 receivers, a tight end in this set. Takes the snap, pump fake. Looking, measuring, can't find anything, and just wisely throws it out of bounds with no one open, and 2 flags come flying in. And indeed, it is going to be holding on Dawson. So that'll bring it back 10 yards.
You know, interesting enough on that play, Alden Guerrero, he's going one-on-one. That play's going left. It's stopped enough to where the quarterback could regain his feet for a better throwing position, but one-on-one to the right side with Guerrero, they got maybe a little bit of a height advantage over his defender, but absolutely was looking left the entire time. Don't think he even saw Guerrero as an option.
So 2nd down and 15 now for Dawson. 3 receivers and a tight end in this set. Hard count, takes it. A zone read, high pass, almost intercepted. Camden Buchanan nearly picked that off. The intended target was Calvin Wesley, and Mack, if Buchanan gets his mitts on that, I think that is a walk-in touchdown from 50 yards away.
Buddy, there's nobody there. The only people in front of Buchanan at the time that ball would have been picked was 3 of his own players with a wedge and a block and a wall, waiting for him just to trot it on back 60 yards for the touchdown.
So now 3rd down and 15 here for Dawson. Again, 3rd down and long has kind of been their forte. They've converted 4 3rd down and 10 pluses in this game.
And Brown, that's probably one of the most errant passes he's had so far in this game. It was significantly behind his receiver. Haven't really seen that out of him so far in this game.
Brown going to throw it here, running out of space, pirouettes, and is sandwiched, and the ball came loose. No, the official is saying he was down. So that'll go down as a sack, a loss of a yard, and Dawson will have to punt. Is coming in to get the sack.
Boy, Dyson Treevich came in and made the play. Quarterback running left, Brown, he doesn't have anything there. He lifted that arm at the last minute trying to do something, which there was no way he was going to get that. And Friedrich's coming in and actually making that gray and that ball getting down on the ground. So they did say that his hand was coming forward and calling it an incomplete pass.
Oh, wow, okay. So it'll be, nonetheless, 4th down when we start the 4th quarter. It's a good game here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Bears lead it 21-13 over the Eagles here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Start of the 4th quarter here in what's been a pretty good game. Bridgeland leading Dawson 21-13. Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Bob Ferguson is our spotter tonight, doing a fantastic job as usual.
As usual.
And now Dawson on to punt this one away. Collects it, kicks it. Almost blocked. It is a high nose-down spiral. Takes a funky hop, and Bridgeland actually had to field that. I think they might have gotten a mid on it, which would have made it a live ball, but instead it's just going to be downed at the 21, and that is where Bridgeland will start this drive.
One of the captain, James Higgins, captain, comes off that little 9-iron back spinner. If you ever get a chance to go play golf, and our spotter knows a little bit about playing golf. He plays every Wednesday, 3 times a day on Wednesday. And I bet Bob can hit that spotter where he hits the ball, comes back, stays put. Just like that punt. Bob's looking at me funny right now, just to let you know.
So here we go. Bridgeland, you feel like with how slow this game is moving from an offensive standpoint, a score here might end it, even if at the start of the quarter. And look out here, there's got some space, and bowling ball through the 30-yard line over to the 33 is going to be Julian Martinez on the carry, and it's enough for a 1st down.
Boy, Martinez, he is running downhill. He doesn't look tired. You know what? These guys are well conditioned. I mean, this has been a good game, but we got a few cramps. We expected that, but these guys don't look like they're slowing down. Martinez, he ducked his head, put his shoulder in, and he was going all out on that last play.
Officially a 13-yard gain. It moves the chains for the Bears. Clock continuing to run. This is going to be a handoff. Schwab, he's got some space, trying to cut back to the right, and is wrapped up at the 43-yard line. A gain of 10. Tackle made by Kobe Gunn. And that'll be, nonetheless, another gain of 10 and another first down for Bridgeland.
Boy, doing a good job. That offensive line, they are staying hungry. They're staying strong, staying connected. Nothing real fancy about that. They're just running off the tackle, one off the left side, one off the right side, and trying to give that front three a good push.
They're letting the clock run under 10 seconds on the game clock, or the play clock. They're going to pass here, though. Dropping back, throwing this one. There's a man all alone, but just a little too tall for Henry Soini. Oh, man, Soini had no one within 15 yards of him, but the pass was a little too tall from Beagle.
Boy, good play action move the whole time. They set that up beautifully with 2 run plays, but Sweeney did a great little route right back out to the goalpost. And you're right, Zach. He was in complete stride, and that's the second time we've missed those open receivers, and I think they get a little bit excited, thinking, oh my gosh, this is 6 points. And they get so excited, so amped up, they just put a little bit too much energy into the throw.
So second down and 10 now for Bridgeland as they'll come back up to the line. They're at their own 43. They're going to send one receiver in motion from right to left, and flags. Illegal motion. I'm not sure. We can't hear the the ref mic right now over the Dawson band, which is giving it their all.
Hey, Dawson band, they're winning right now.
I think it is going to be on. Now they're trying to figure this out. They're still talking. Yeah. I don't think the refs can hear each other even on their own internal mics over the Dawson band.
I tell you what, they are excited. Listen, they're in game shape too. You talk about the kids being in game shape. The bands are in game shape. Listen to that. Wow.
And now the officials are talking to Mike Allison, the head coach of Dawson.
You know,
and I think, it is going to be on Bridgeland. It was a legal motion on Bridgeland.
You know how important this first game. This is a non-district game for both teams. They're trying to find out what their pain points are, what they need to work on. But interesting enough, these coaches are coaching their brains out, both sides. We came out of the break on that last possession. There was 13 Bridgeland Bears and assistants and coaches and trainers on that field tending to that football team. They know how important it is to get off to a hot start and getting their confidence going and getting their momentum going. Both teams have something to prove here tonight.
Second down and 15. Blitz is coming. Look out. They're going to throw a screen. Got it to Schwab. Schwab makes one man miss. He's still going. Schwab to the 50. Schwab has one man. 30 down to the 25 and is tackled at the 22-yard line. What a beautifully designed screenplay that time, and a play call from offensive coordinator Trent Solzma.
Boy, what a great call it was indeed, and gave him enough patience and time to let that play develop. Schwab picking that thing up over the left hash mark, getting past one defender, picking up a good block and getting run out of bounds. And I mean, he pops up quick, throws that football, spins it just a bit, throws his hand up in the air like, what do you think of me now, man? That was great. Super play by the Bears.
Officially a 39-yard gain on the screen pass. Now Bridgeland in business. Beagle back, throws, got a man there near the end zone, through traffic. Did he hang on to it? No, incomplete, just barely.
Boy, Bryson.
Jackson Gruber thought he had it.
He did. He was right there. And Bryson Flynn, he was on him all the way. That's one of those signature defensive back plays. That ball was on the money. They both go up for the 50-50, and they give it to him.
They're
oh, my
gonna
gosh.
overturn it. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. After discussion, they call it a touchdown.
If I've seen that either, Zach. And Flynn, when they were both going at it, there was hand go up and the ball came out. I guess they say he had it long enough and went down to a knee with possession, only to pull it out of his hands when that knee went down. So that official was right on top of it. But I was going to give Flynn all the credit in the world for a great defensive play.
And there's still some discussion with the refs at the 20 right now. But what a turn of events there. It looked like a touchdown initially. Initially, in real time, I thought it was a touchdown back.
Yeah.
But the refs waved it off.
Interesting enough, no one from Dawson is losing their mind on the sidelines coming to talk about it.
Yeah, so I think they know that might have been the right call. So it is a touchdown for Bridgeland. The extra point is up and good, and just like that, the Bears have a 15-point lead. 28-13 is the score. 9:40 to play here in this ball game. Bears lead it 28-13 here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back here to Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Bridgeland in front 28-13. The Bears are in front after a huge and quite wild 22-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Beagle to Jackson Gruber. It has given the Bears this 15-point lead. They're going to go with a high short kick again, fielded at the 25-yard line. Dawson going to try and return this, and not the greatest of returns, but still better than nothing, up to the 34-yard line, a return of 9.
So Morales playing midfield, getting a chance to get in the game. They'll bring that one back a few yards to get this thing started off. You're thinking here at 9:35 too, Zach, that, you know, as slow as these possessions have been, I mean, we're in like the possession number 9. I got to go back and look real quick, but we're really tracking along slowly on possessions on both sides. If they're going to need to strike quick. I mean, that's just
you're getting into that territory where you're going to have to score quick, because the clock is not your friend right now if you're Dawson.
They, you know, best case scenario, they need to take about a 5-play drive, stick it in there, make a big defense stand, and turn this into a football game late in the fourth quarter.
They may try and do it here. 5 wide to start off this possession. Quick pass into the flat, incomplete. It was intended that time for Calvin Wesley, but drops harmlessly to the turf. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that defense doing a good job of staying back, protecting against the deep pass. And that pass, he turned around on that route, and it was just not where it needed to be. About knee high, couldn't handle it. Put a lot of pop on it, just couldn't tuck it in.
So 2nd down and 10 now from the 34-yard line here for Dawson. They'll bring trips in against the line. 3 receivers on the left side. Takes the snap. Brown dropping back to throw. Looking. Throws this one on the run. He's got a man in the flat. That one's caught at the 50, 45, and slipping down at the 43-yard line is Josiah McFarland, who's having himself the ball gain. That's a big gain into Bridgeland territory at their 42.
Boy, he sure is. And I tell you who else is Buchanan. Buchanan, we've been calling his name all night on the defensive side. Doing a good job coming back and over there, and didn't have to do much. He slipped and fell on his backside as that came together, but Buchanan there in the right position.
Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Play clock down to 6, takes the snap. It's going to be a screen, low throw, but it's peeled off the turf. Barely, pile still moving. And Calvin Wesley with the catch that time. It is a gain of 2.
Yeah, peeled off the turf is right. I thought that thing took a one-hopper into his hands. I know I'm 150 yards away from watching that play happen, but After the catch, good job of moving the pile. He had 5 different Bears on top of him and actually moved it for that 2-yard gain.
2nd down and 8 for Dawson. Clock continuing to move here. Eagles don't seem to be in any major hurry right now as they come to the line with 8 seconds left on the play clock and down by 15. Empty backfield, hard count. Brown takes the snap, pump fake, gets away from one, rolls out, throws it off his back foot. There's a receiver there. It's popped up in the air and incomplete.
Boy, I tell you what, they're going to be looking for some flags on the Dawson side. I mean, he came back into a little bit underthrown. Receiver had to pull back into the defender. That's probably the reason they're not going to get the interference call. But quarterback, good job of adjusting. Came back out there, had to reposition themselves from going to the right side, coming back over the left side. So Brown got back on his right foot, able to dump that thing back off, puts a little bit more power behind it. He's going to find his receiver.
7:58 to play here in the 4th quarter. Bears lead it 28-13. Dawson trying to put together a good drive here to get back within a score. With the clock working against them, it's going to be a handoff, and getting through the first level but not the second is Evan DeLucia. And this will bring up a 4th down that you pretty much have to go for here, Mac, if you're Dawson.
Oh, you're 100% got to do it. You know, DeLucia, he would have some great spark coming into the 3rd quarter. A couple great runs. And does a pretty nice job of moving the pile. But, yeah, this is a must-make down. We all know this. This is your game. 15 down, 4th down, 7:28. Zach, this is it. This is the biggest play of the game for these Eagles.
Down by 15, 7:22 to play and counting.
I bet they've dialed something up nice. I want to see what this play is.
4 seconds left on the play clock, though. They got to do it fast. 5 receivers. Brown drops back, throws into the flat. That one's caught. It's going to be a 1st down. Big conversion there on 4th down as they get this one up to Corey Brown and move the chains for Dawson. They are still alive.
Big time play. Big time play today. Dawson's doing a good job. That's 3 big time plays, either on 3rd down, 2 on 3rd down, that one on 4th down. Coming back and making that conversion. That was a must-make play they had to have to keep this game going.
They needed 5. They got 8. Moved the chains. 6:48 to play in this game. Still trailing by 15, Dawson is. 4 receivers, They got one running back. He's lined up to the right of Brown. Takes the snap, looking, pump fake. Going to throw this one towards the end zone on a fade. Ooh. Almost a nice one-handed catch by McFarland. That would have been his best catch on what's already been a really good night for him.
Boy, McFarland, he was outstretched, had that hand out there. Looked like the defender had his body just kind of protecting that other hand from coming back in to assist to actually corral that ball in. So good job on the defensive side, keeping him from pulling that football back into his body. On the defense, I think that was Morris. Make sure we give him a little bit of credit. One of the captains there for the Bears.
2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line of Bridgeland here for Dawson. 6:31 to play. Takes the snap. Brown looking, zings it over the middle, and in and out of the hands of his intended target. He was looking that time for Corey Brown, but that time it was the safety Justin Curtis coming in to just break that pass up.
Boy, super good pass, right on the money. Great job of defending. Just gets that left hand and knocks it down. Just on a good slant route, one-on-one coverage right through the middle. Outreaches that just a little bit further, comes back to the football just a half a step. He may pull that one in.
3rd down and 10.
They got two plays to convert 10 yards. I'm betting on them, Zach.
4 receivers, 3 on the left side. Brown zings it way too high. He was looking for Calvin Wesley. And now it brings up yet another big 4th down and 10 here that Dawson basically has to convert to stay alive.
Yeah, Wesley does a good job. He had triple coverage right there in the middle. He had 2 corners and a safety containing him. Coming back over, that ball was never catchable. Probably a good 2 feet over the top of his head. All right, I shot my mouth on that 2-play thing. I'm just being optimistic. I want the game to tighten back up here as we go. But
still 28-13 Bridgeland, and now Dawson's going to take their first timeout to discuss this, and probably a wise move because basically you need, at this point, if you're Dawson, you need a touchdown, you need an onside kick, and then another touchdown. I don't think hanging on to your timeouts is going to do too much for you at this point.
Well, you're going to need a couple good plays and a whole lot of luck at this point. But again, I just want to go back and make the case about how well these teams were prepared coming into tonight. There were some simple mistakes about having too many guys on the field. They've had maybe a false start. There was a hold, but there hasn't been just a dredging of penalties tonight. They just absolutely, oh my gosh, another penalty. That's not been the case. Pretty well disciplined, and I want to give a lot of credit to both coaching staffs. They are addressing the issues as they happen in real time. I know they're collecting the data, and they're going to look at this data for coming back for their practices, but they're addressing what they need to work on right now. They know how important it is to start off strong. This game, for all intents and purposes, doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
It's a confidence booster for both these squads.
Non-district.
Returning to action, the Eagles have the ball.
So here we go. Eagles basically have to go for broke here. 4th down and 10 from the Bridgeland 29. They're trailing by 15 with 6:19 to play. They converted 1 4th down on this drive already. Brown is the quarterback. Drops back, all out blitz. Swings it out, but it falls incomplete, and that's a turnover on downs. The pressure made Brown panic just a bit, and he let go of that ball too quickly for the receiver DeLucia to get, and it's a turnover on downs back to Bridgeland with a 15-point lead and 6:15 to play in this game.
Yeah, even if DeLucia comes up with that play, he's not going to get the first down. There's 2 Bridgeland players right in front of him, and he's not going to outmaneuver both of those players at that time. That play needed to develop a little bit longer. That's one of those moments where, okay, let that play develop just a little bit longer. One guy missed an assignment on the left side. It should have been a one-on-one situation with DeLucia, but it was a 2-on-1. Someone missed their play, but just let that play develop just a little bit longer.
So now likely Bridgeland going to try and just eat some clock here, and they're going to hand it off, and the 30, 35, look out, this may be the nail in the coffin. 40, 30, and going out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A huge run that time by Julian Martinez.
Boy, Martinez putting together a heck of a second half here. Just trying to burn some clock, just a typical run over there between the tackle and the left end. Picks up a good block, and it's just a foot race from that point forward.
Officially to the Dawson 26-yard line. Give him a gain of 45 on that play. Like you said, Mac, just trying to burn some clock, and instead they get a huge chunk play out of it. This is going to be a handoff. We got a new running back in the game as Bridgeland's starting to dig into their roster a little bit. That is Jaquinton Williams with his first carry of the night, and it's a decent one up to the 22-yard line. Gain of 4, and now we have a Dawson player down.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing LaQuinton Williams get a few more touches tonight. Give that senior an opportunity to prove his value out there. He's a great kid, great player, and let's see how many more touches he'll get for the rest of this evening. Do something special for his Bears team.
So cramp taking place here. They're stretching him out. This is Caden Rogers for Dawson being checked on. I think we're up to 5 now on the cramp counter.
5 or
Are we at 6?
I think we're at 6, Zach.
Okay. I'll defer to you.
You're going to get a phone call, and you're going to get 15 texts that's going to fix that one for you. Like, Bab, you do a good job of keeping track of downs and first downs and touchdowns, but your cramp meter is jacked up. Hey, if that's the worst thing they got to say about the broadcast, you're doing pretty good.
I'll take that as a win.
100%. You're doing a great job, Zach.
Still 28-13 Bears. 5:21 to play here in the ball game. Bridgeland trying to ice away and pick up what would be a 1-0 start. Clock starting to run again as they get the play set. It's going to be another handoff. There's a flag on the play, and running up the middle just to the outside to the right and into the end zone for a touchdown is Martinez, but let's check the flag.
Yeah, that flag came out early. It's going to be on the right side. There had to be some. Oh, my goodness. How about that crowd, Mike? It's either going to be offsides or holding. I don't think it's going to be offsides, but.
Yeah, this is going to come, well, or no, or is it going to stand?
Must have been defensive offsides.
Must have been. So must have been a free play, and so that'll be a touchdown for Bridgeland. It's 34-13, and if it wasn't over now, that will do it for the Bears.
Yeah, for sure. They were one-on-one on the near side over there. That flag just got dropped off. So insignificant to the play itself.
So Julian Martinez having himself a whale of a second half as this extra point is up. And good. So with 5:03 to play here in this fourth quarter, it's 35-13. Bridgeland pulling away here from Dawson on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before. 5:03 to play here in the fourth quarter. Bridgeland leading in complete control now. 35-13 is the score.
Well, I tell you what, watching that offensive line of those Bears go out there and play, it's no wonder that they're coached up well. With Lonnie Madison, ex-Aggie, ex-lineman, you don't think that ex-Aggie, ex-lineman's going to like, hey, guys, I got news for you. You're not going to get any credit. Everyone's going to look past your success. They're just going to blame you when you jump off sides, but you're going to be my rock stars, boys. I'm going to love you every single play, and that's exactly what he's done with that team.
Kickoff fielded at the 25 and pushed out of bounds at the 35.
On the return for the Eagles, number 19,
Jaden Williams on the return. 10-yard return, and so now Dawson trailing by a healthy margin here, 35-13 with 4:59 to play. See what they can put together here in the dying moments of this one.
Kind of eerily similar to the last time these guys met last year. You know, it's Bridgeland. They pulled away pretty good at the end. Routed these guys 52-14. Don't know if it's going to get that high that quick, but it does look like Bridgeland Bears in solid command, but we've spoken too fast, too quick many other times.
And it looks like Dawson actually might be waving the white flag a little bit because their backups are now in the game. Zion Anderson checking in at quarterback. So now it's just about experience and building for the future for both of these teams. As hand off to a new running back as well. As coming up with the carry is Max Morales, his first carry of the game.
So looking good for Max Morales to get a little bit of run. He's trying to earn some more time out there. Morales, he was stopped about 2 yards off the line of scrimmage and pushed the pile another 3. So good job on Max Morales coming into a game where they got a 22-point deficit, trying to prove himself and try to earn some more time for this team.
Second down and 4 officially. Takes the snap. This is going to be a quarterback keeper, and falling down is Zion Anderson.
On the tackle for the Bears, number 49, Justin Ruffle. A gain of 1 to the 40.
So just a gain of 1. It's third down and 3.
Yeah, Shanley doing a good job coming in and just taking his legs out from underneath him. Bridgeland Bears trying to stay consistent. Looks like they are well managed so far and just in terrific shape so far.
And some early movement and a false start here on Dawson. So moving back 5 yards.
There's a little bit of that second package inexperience showing up in that play.
Yep.
But all the better. Let them go out there and make the mistakes in the game. It's not going to matter in a position that it doesn't really You don't need to really worry about too many of the mistakes right there. Just what do you need to do to get the data to make better decisions moving forward for this squad? These guys are going to be needed throughout the year, a lot of them next year and maybe the year after.
So clock continuing to run here at 3:20 and counting. 5 receivers here on 3rd down and 8 for Dawson. Takes the snap, going to be a quick throw, a nice catch, and folded up just shy of the first down marker at the 47-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 2 off that completion from Anderson. Making the catch that time was Calvin Wesley.
Well, this is the time where you really want to see what your offensive line can do. All right, if we're going to practice this, let's practice this play. I need 2.5 yards from you. I need the biggest push you possibly can. I need you to dig deep. And here they go with an empty backfield. So are they going to pull it right back up the middle? They're going to throw it quick.
4th down and 2. It's going to be a quarterback draw. That will be a first down. He'll dance around and get taken out. After picking up the first down is the keeper from Anderson. And that'll move the chains for Dawson on 4th down and 2.
And that's what you wanted
47.
to see. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that offensive line come up and make a play. Every one of those guys pushed their defensive counterpart back 2.5, 3 yards on that play to get that straight run through the right side.
2:36 to play here in this ball game. Clock is stopped with that play going out of bounds against Bridgeland 35, Dawson 13. Takes the snap, looking, spins it out, caught, turning the corner to the 40 and ducking out of bounds around the 35 is Calvin Wesley. And that'll move the chains again for Dawson with 2:29 to play.
Yeah, Calvin Wesley does a good job, gets out of bounds, gets hit about 2 yards out of bounds. Did you see that? Maybe it was unintentional, but got a nice little significant love tap about 3 yards outside the playing field. But no, it was funny. The referee, he's digging around that pocket, digging around. He's like, I'll just leave it right there. We're not going to call that one.
1st and 10 from the Bridgeland 36-yard line here for Dawson. Takes the snap. This is going to be a zone read quarterback keeper up the middle, and a nice little gain there by Anderson past the 30 to the 29-yard line. Making the tackle on the play that time was Brody Shanley. Clock continues to burn from 2:12, and this will likely take us down to the 2-minute timeout.
I'd like to celebrate this whole series with Zion. I mean, he's doing a nice job running this offense. He's making some plays. He's moving it. There might be some backups on both sides here, but again, you want to see him actually have some good success here early.
2-minute timeout. We will take it as well here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Two-minute timeout is done. Bridgeland in front 35-13 with the aforementioned 2 minutes left to play in this ball game. 2nd down and 3 officially on this play here for Dawson. Zion Anderson now in at quarterback. They'll send a man in motion, takes the snap. Anderson's just going to keep it. He is, shifty, running all over the place, and almost turned the corner, and he had some space if he could, but the turf monster got him.
Got him for sure. Zion Anderson, look at, he is shifty. Great word. He goes across the right side. It looked like he had an open lane if he kept going right. It looked like he had that sealed off for him, but he came back to the left side, which I thought was going to close down on him quick, but did pick up one good block.
1:40 and counting here to play. It is a fresh set of downs for Dawson. He'll throw it. Caught at the 25, moving past up to the 20, cutting through and taken down at the 5-yard line. Down to the 4 is Kinston Walwyn with the nice catch and run on the receiver screen.
You know what I liked about that play with Anderson? Zion comes back. He has that screen play developing on the right side. He does not panic. He does not rush that pass. He takes his time and throws a perfect strike right into the hands of his receiver.
First and goal from the 4. Anderson going to try and take it in himself, makes one man miss, and just powers his way into the end zone. And with a little emphasis, now we've got some John going on, but quickly separated as cooler heads prevailed. But a nice, powerful run by Zion Anderson to give Dawson a score here in the waning minutes. It's 35-19 with 1:05 to play.
Hey, listen, if there's someone that's going to lead the drive of the game, it's going to be Zion Anderson. He did a fantastic job coming out off the bench and leading that offense on that drive. He did everything right. I mean, the heart, the hustle, and that last drive right there, keeping his legs moving to punch that one in. What a spectacular effort by Zion Anderson.
Abila on for the extra point. Snap down, kick up, kick on the way. That kick is off the top of the scoreboard, which if you're not here is about 25 yards behind the end zone.
And about 25 yards off the ground.
I need to see if, when I was doing my research before this game, Mac, I didn't think to look. Does the kicker have any offers? Maybe he does. I don't know. I didn't think to look that up.
I didn't see any, but I would tell you what, if he doesn't, and if anyone's listening, they ought to call any of these universities. Here's the good thing about high school football. If you want to play next level, you can. And if you're kicking 57-yard field goals and you're missing 57 because you hit a line drive and it was like 8 feet above the crossbar, that thing, Zach, that second kick was good at 61.
Yep.
It was good at 61. He just pulled it. That kid's got a terrific leg. I mean, if he wants to play next level, no doubt he can.
Well, let's see. Courtesy Google search.
What do you got?
He's rated a 5-star kicker recruit.
Love that. I agree.
He's pretty good. I would agree with that. Ranked as the 31st best kicker in the country.
Stop it. Well, good. Sounds like we know what we're talking about, Zach.
He's got an offer. I'm just scanning his Twitter account. He's got an offer from Tulsa, an offer from Rice. Yeah, he'll be playing at the next level.
He sure will. Well, he deserves to be. He's having a great day out there. I'd love to see the enthusiasm. And I think a lot of these kids have the ability to play at the next level if they want to. Nice job. That Cracker Jack staff research team you got over there, Varsity Wires.
Yeah.
They came up with that one quick.
Looks like we're going to see an onside kick. Let's see how good Abila is at these. It's the one thing we haven't seen him do yet is an onside kick. Let's see. And
oh, boy.
That ball keeps flying off the tee.
That's all part of the strategy, Zach. It's a different way to ice the defense. You want to get them uncomfortable, get them loose. And
kick is down, takes a weird hop, and it is barely fielded by Bridgeland. Wow, that thing went through about 3 different orange jerseys before Jackson Gruber on the hands team was able to grab it.
Boy, good job by Gruber picking that one back up. And that was a perfectly executed onside kick. It went about 6.5 yards, took the big hop, bounced off a couple of the offensive guys, would-be receivers. Gruber comes down with it. Nice job handling it, but there was an opportunity there for Dawson.
So 1:04 left. And now the backups are in for Bridgeland. New quarterback in. It is Talon Villanueva. All really academic at this point. This will be a handoff, and the new running back bounces into his own lineman before popping free and getting about a 6-yard gain out of it. That was JaQuinton Williams again on the carry.
Yeah, JaQuinton Williams, he was almost down by his own lineman. He just ran right in the backside of him. Bounced off. I don't know if that was it was a pick block is what that was.
And I think we have another cramp here on the field, so that will slow us up a little bit with 48 seconds left to play.
Just a couple snaps left, and it's going to do it. Bridgeland's picking back up where they left off. You know they want to get right back into that deep playoff hunt. Losing in the 4th round of the playoffs last year, just a heartbreaker for those guys in terms of what they wanted to do. Running the table. I mean, a perfect season. They had some fantastic games. They had a good one against Cy Woods early in that playoff hunt. Cy Woods, what a special team they were last year. I wasn't at that game, but I went back and looked at some of the details to it. Man, what a great back-and-forth effort that was. And these Bridgeland Bears, man, they were so close to tasting something special, and they really want to get it.
And popping up is Ryan LaBarbera. He'll come off under gingerly, but under his own power, so that's good to see.
You know, I kind of talking to Beagle's fan club earlier, and they were talking about last year's team. I'm like, what's the difference between this year's team and last year's team? Like, that team last year was good. I'm like, they were good. He goes, but I really think this team is special. And she said that. I said, well, how's the locker room? And she didn't really have a really good opinion about the locker room, but they did talk about how tight the team is and how they want to get back to where they were and how there's so many good players. And we kind of entered that conversation that when the seniors leave, you're like, oh, we're not going to have anyone repeat. Now you are. The next group of seniors are going to fill right back into their shoes, and that's what's going to happen, and that's what's going on here tonight for Bridgelands.
And it'll be a knee for Villanueva. Victory formation. And one more, well, may not even need one more snap. The play clock was reset. And I think that will probably do it. I don't think, they're not going to have to do another snap here. So that will be it as Bridgeland gets the win, 35-20 over Dawson. Final seconds taken off. And the Bears start the campaign 1-0. Dawson starts 0-1. 35-20 is the final score. The Rapid Mailroom postgame show is up next. This is the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with RE/MAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Rapid Mailroom is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Rapid Mailroom is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
And welcome into the Rapid Mailroom wrap-up show, as we're referring to it as here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Bridgeland gets the win 35-20, and even though it was a 15-point spread at the end of the day, Mac, it doesn't really show how close this game was for the majority of the game. It was really Bridgeland with a couple late scores pulling away, but otherwise this was a game that both teams, even though I think Bridgeland still controlled it throughout, both teams still brought their A game to this one.
Yeah, they really did, and I like the way Bridgeland played a very consistent game. They were a half step ahead of Dawson the entire night, and Dawson was right there in it. Just going into the end of the first half on that last drive, if they just could have converted that field goal, they're one score away from tying this football game. Touchdown, complete different story. They come back out in the second half. What a big-time stop when the Bridgeland Bears come out and they get first possession and they just stuff them 3 and out. Then they go back and kick the field goal. It was back and forth, and you're right. There were some big-time athletic plays on those running backs for the Bears. It just was the difference maker of this game tonight.
Speaking of running backs, let's tip our cap first to Julian Martinez. 7 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown. But I think, Mac, our player of the game has to be Cash Schwab. 9 carries, 145 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the night for him. Seems like he is our lead candidate for player of the game.
He is. He's going to be special. He's picking up from where he left off last year. And you're thinking about the 1-2 punch between Schwab and Martinez.
Scary prospect.
And with Beagle. And Beagle's got that receiver core. He spread the ball around pretty good. Bridgeland's is going over like, who do you want to guard? Who do you want to guard? Do you want to guard this guy? I got another guy that can do it. You want to throw to this guy? I can run it on you. They have so many fantastic options right now, but those 2 running backs, man, I think you're going to be calling both of their names throughout the year in terms of player of the game opportunities for what they've got coming up.
Again, he is our player of the game, Cash Schwab. 9 carries, 145 yards, 2 long touchdown runs in this game to help Bridgeland get the 35-20 victory over Dawson. Well, Mac, that'll do it for Game 1 here of Thursday Night Lights on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Next week, we got Cy Lakes and Spring High School, and you want to just do a quick preview on this game.
Yeah.
Cy Lakes, you talk about they've never made the playoffs. They have 25 varsity wins ever, but they've brought back so much talent from a team that went almost 500 a year ago. A lot of people are keeping an eye on them to be one of the real feel-good stories of this season. We'll get to see our first look at the Spartans next week in a big matchup with Spring. And they've got some high expectations, maybe the highest they've been in the 15-year history of Cy Lakes football.
And I love that for them. I love that for them. They've got great athletes in that school. It's just a matter of recruiting them to get out and be a part of that program. Spring doing the same thing. Typically 2 teams historically that you like check those guys off the box, man. They're phoning it in teams. Not anymore. Not anymore. And that's a tribute to not only this district, to the coaches that they've assigned to those schools, to what they've done to recruit those young players to be a part of that organization. I'm cheering for both of those. I'm an underdog guy, man. I love cheering for those guys. I want them to slip into that number 4, number 3 spot and do something special. I can't wait for next Thursday night, Zach.
That will be a 6 p.m. pregame show, a 6:30 kickoff. Cy Lakes and Spring on Thursday Night Lights from the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team next week. Of course, a big thanks to our spotter, Bob Ferguson, tonight, who, man, makes me sound so much smarter than I am.
Bob is good at it. You know, he's taking a peek behind the curtain. You know, you hear all the names and all the numbers being
we have that in our ears. It's not, you guys can't hear it over the air, but we can hear it in our ears. And Bob's making us sound a lot better than we actually are.
Oh yeah, he is the production coordinator and the glue that holds that whole thing together. So a big thank you and a shout out to Bob Ferguson and all the great work that he does here at Varsity Wires.
One last time, your final score: Bridgeland 35, Dawson 20. For my broadcast partner Mac Honer, Zach Babb, signing off. Have a good night from Cypress.